Welcome to another episode of Two Drunk Bros. You got me on this side, Troy the Ruthless Rutledge, and my buddy, Cody the Viking Osborne. Today we're going to talk about, we don't know. So let's get at it. Now, before we start this meeting, like we do every meeting, we chug a beer. But before we do that, I want to take a time out real quick to give a shout out to our biggest fan, Ryan. I'm not going to throw out last names, but Ryan, our biggest fan.
You know who you are, bro.
And also, it's been brought to my attention that I talk shit on a certain individual a lot, Mr. David Osborne. And I probably should stop because I know it's getting to where he's waking up in the middle of the night, truly afraid with the cold sweats that I'm going to come to Wyoming and beat the crap out of him.
That's what he said.
Because I would whoop the shit out of David. We all know this. I mean, it's common knowledge. They teach it in first grade in Wyoming, actually.
They do.
So I just want to say, David, if you're watching, you don't have to be afraid. They're just jokes. I'm not really going to spank you like a redheaded stepchild, okay? It was just for the
you like he got spanked.
Right? It was just for the show. So you don't have to keep chewing up Zolofts all the time because of your anxiety and constant fear of me, okay?
Indigestion. He told me.
Right, I apologize.
Yep.
Your brother's going to kick my ass one of these days.
He'll never travel there. That's the best thing.
Oh, no, he ain't coming down here.
He won't even come see me. He ain't going to go see you.
Right. All right, let's chug a beer.
Okay. Hey, look.
Oh, hey, nice. Yeah.
What are you drinking?
Budweiser, the American cans.
Well, I got a tall boy, so
Yeah.
I'm not punching a hole in this bitch because it just explodes. And I don't.
Right. I'm not going crazy like I did with the big knife. I'm gonna try to see if I can make this one a little smaller.
Damn
Because
it.
man, they shoot.
They do. They explode.
Yep, like that.
Okay. Need to make the hole a little bit bigger. There we go.
Yep, just like that.
Yeah.
I need to get one of those things they sell at Spencer's for you to put your can in, and it does the shotgun, you know? Have you seen those?
Does it punch a hole in it for you?
Yeah, it punches a hole in it for you and everything. It's like a plastic cup holder, basically, that you shove your beer can in, and it pops the hole in it, and then you down it.
No, never seen that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I was like, man, I ain't going to get that. You do it with a pocket knife. But now that I'm doing it all the damn time, and I'm getting beer all over my shit constantly, I'm like, you know what? I might get one of those. If I get one, I'll ship you one, so you get one too.
Hold on, quick backtrack to our friend, colleague, buddy, who I've never met, Ryan. Your comment about virtual beer pong.
Oh yeah, spot on. Definitely need to do that.
It needs to happen, and I have been thinking about how we could make this happen. It's going to take another computer on my end and another camera on both of our ends. But
Yes.
This will happen.
Yeah. It probably won't be for a few episodes,
Yeah,
but it's coming. It's in the
gonna
works.
be down
We've
the
been
line.
discussing it.
but it will happen because that was a brilliant idea.
Yeah, we both loving it.
Mm-hmm.
So keep the ideas coming. And Ryan, if you got something you think we should talk about, leave a comment, buddy.
Yeah.
We'll make sure to cover it.
Hey, and because he's a good fan and he's dedicated, when we get merch made, he gets it for free.
Oh yeah. He
Free
definitely
T-shirt, free hat, free hoodie, free underwear, whatever we're making. He gets one for free.
Free underoos.
Yep.
Two drunk bro underoos.
That's
I
right.
don't know how that couldn't sell.
It would smell like hotcakes.
Right.
You know what I need to do? I need to start smoking weed again so I can come up with brilliant ideas.
Dude, I swear, man, that's what Taco Bell does.
Yeah.
I swear Taco Bell just, in their corporate office, has like 3 stoners in a basement with like black lights and fish posters all over the damn wall. And they just put in random types of food. They're like, all right, let's see what they make with this.
Yeah, dude. When I was...
Oh, he's putting the soft tortilla with cheese in it over a hard... Down. Write that down.
Yeah. Dude, the last greatest thought process, invention, I guess, it's not an invention, but it was like a eureka moment for me when I was smoking weed before I quit, was the guy I worked with, who's a very avid fisherman, and was telling me about how guys just like record themselves on GoPros fishing.
Yeah.
Just regular fishing. They're out on a boat by themselves, they're fishing, they put it online, and people with millions of views on it, just on guys fishing by themselves. And this guy went fishing like every day, and he's a good fisher. And I was like, dude, why don't you just record yourself? And you can like start your own little thing. You know, that's how you get started. That's fuck working. Go out and fish all day, because these guys,
Right. Oh yeah.
they're getting sponsors. They're getting hella money from the views. I mean, they literally don't do any work. They just go out and fish all day and record themselves. And
plus, they get to test out all the new cool bait, all those new spears and shit, because they're like, hey, test this out on your videos.
Yeah, well, and then they get sponsored by, like, Shields and all these badass fishing spots, so they get free fucking fishing poles, free gear. And I'm like, dude, you should do that. Well, the best part, this was the eureka moment in my brain, because his initials are STD, which is hilarious. And I'm like, dude, if you started your own fishing... Like, if you started fishing and put that shit on the internet, you could actually have your own clothing line called STD Fishing, guaranteed to catch something. Like,
yeah.
Dude, so it was, dude, to me, it was like a fucking brilliant eureka moment.
Dude, that is a great slogan. Like, if your brand was STD, guaranteed to catch something, I mean, that people would buy that just to wear it. I mean,
that's what
people that weren't even fishermen would buy that shit.
I told him. As a guy who used to work at Come and Go, I know that the name itself brought in so many customers just because it was called Come and Go.
Yeah,
People
oh yeah.
wanted shirts, they wanted hats. Johnny Knoxville wore a Come and Go shirt in the Jackass movie.
Yeah, he bought it at the Come and Go in Branson.
Yeah, because
Branson, Missouri.
That's Come and Go, and that's hilarious. And I was like,
Yeah.
dude, STD, which is his initials, which is a sad thing, but he could totally wing that to his advantage and make tons of money off of it. Because if I saw a shirt that said STD Fishing, guaranteed to catch something, I would buy that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Totally buy it. I would totally buy it.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. He didn't go for it though, because he just smoked way too much weed and was like, "No, man, it won't work, man." I'm like, dude, this is the most brilliant idea I think I've ever had. I am a marketing genius when I'm on weed.
You need to get on weed then.
I just need to start. I can't
Market this
smoking. No way, man. My anxiety gets the best of me when I smoke now.
Right, that sucks.
It used to stop the anxiety. Now it triples it. So I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, we're getting old. Don't do any of that stuff no more.
Just don't smoke weed, man. I've thought about it a lot, but I know every time I think about it, I'm like, I'll just be a panic attack, and I don't want to spend 2 hours fighting off a panic attack.
Right. And I'm just not good on weed.
No.
No,
the problem with weed is it used to like erase my problems. That's why I loved weed so much. It just like erased all my problems and anxieties and anger and all that shit. And now it's like, oh, remember this? Remember your mortality? How you don't think about it? We're gonna think about it real hard right now. Remember this? Remember when your son could have died choking? Now we're gonna think about what happens if he does choke and die. Like, oh god, I don't want to think about these things. And weed's like, we're gonna think about everything at once.
Yeah.
Watching yourself, you should quit chewing because it could give you cancer. You're gonna get cancer. Think about it. I'm like, oh god.
I was listening to Joe Rogan the other night, and somebody asked him, they're like, "Sir, are you done with the weed thing?" And he goes, "You want me to fucking die? No, I'm not done with the weed thing." I was like, oh, Joe.
I know it's weird because Joe Rogan started smoking weed like in his 30s or something.
Yeah. Well, he's 54 now.
Yeah, he started really late in life, which is bizarre. I could not imagine starting to smoke weed right now.
No.
Like, that would be super bizarre for me. Like, I think I smoked enough weed in my youth. I'll be okay. I don't really have anger issues anymore. I got
Right.
over it. That's all youth shit. Shit you struggle with when you're young because you got something to prove. I lived.
Yeah, I bought my dad some a few years back, and it was some pretty potent shit. But he didn't smoke it for like over a year. He just had it setting out, and then he smoked it.
Ugh.
Yeah, and he was like, "It made me sick." I'm like, "Yeah, I bet it did. I bet it made you miserable." I was like, "You should know better. I know for a fact that you did a lot of drugs back in the day before I was born. I know this."
Well, why would he let it sit out for a year?
Oh no, I guess he just put it aside and forgot about it. And then he found it. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna smoke this."
I think if I smoked, here's what's so weird. Like, I used to be, I want to smoke by myself because I was stingy. Because you know
Yeah.
the house we grew up, or that we lived in.
Yes, I
If
do.
you had weed, it was gone. Because everybody would want to smoke it. So then that makes a motherfucker stingy about his drugs. Now, I don't want, like, if I smoked weed in a public setting, like, say at a concert, if I hit a few hits off a joint or something, I'm zen, dude. I'm totally legit. That's totally
Right.
fine. Because I'm so in the moment of what's going on in the concert that I'm not thinking so much in my head. If I smoke at home by myself, that's all I'm doing. I'm inside my head, and that's it. Nothing is going to distract me from being inside of my head, and that's where I'm like, nope, I can't do it anymore.
See, what I loved is because you know me, I never smoked. I hardly ever smoked.
Yeah.
So whenever I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna get high. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, you got some swag." No, fuck that, man. Troy's getting high. Let's get like some of that blueberry kush or that white widow. I mean, I never had to pay for it, and I always got the top grade because they're like, "Let's get Troy stoned," thinking it would be a great time for them, but it just makes me like fucking retarded
Mm-hmm.
and slows me way down.
Yeah. I was telling my
All my
buddy
comedic timing goes out the window.
I was telling my buddy that the other day about, like, you know, you see all these scavengers, especially when we used to do a butt ton of coke at parties. There was always those fucking scavengers. Let me get a line. Like, I ain't gonna name names, but there was a certain individual who would literally buy a bag at the same time I bought a bag, and then hover around me with his bag in his pocket, asking me for lines. And I'm like, dude, you just bought a bag. Yeah, but I don't want to do mine. I'm like, you're a fucking scavenger, bro.
Right.
What are you doing? Like, you have your own. Get off of my nuts, man. Oh, but I tell my buddy, I was like, you got people like that, and then you got the guys who are like, no, I don't do that anymore. And then everybody who has drugs is like, you want to do some drugs with me? Like, for free? I was like, that's the way to get high.
Yeah.
It's just to tell people you don't do it anymore. Apparently, being the evil influence on somebody is like a natural human reaction. Like, no, I don't smoke weed anymore. You sure you don't want to smoke this blunt with me? Like, well, you weren't going to smoke it with me a minute ago until I told you I don't smoke anymore.
Right. It just makes me think of Half-Baked, man. You know, like, we sell this shit, right? It's too bad. I quit smoking yesterday.
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck.
Ugh. Ryan, if you're listening, don't do drugs.
Yeah, drugs are bad.
They are bad.
So good. I mean, bad.
Any of our young
Bad,
viewers, steer away from drugs.
Right? Disclaimer, drugs are bad and they will ruin your life.
Disclaimer, hardy drugs are okay.
Party drugs are okay.
Meth, heroin, shit like that, don't do that ever. Don't ever do that.
I was in an opium den in China once.
Oh, dude, that's the dream I had last night. Man, I was trying to remember.
You were in an opium den in your dream?
No, man. I had a dream that I was doing something with some people, and I was hanging out with Mickey Avalon. and he thought I was like a fucking rat or something. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? So he like took me to this like seating area and was like, do some acid with me right now. And I was like, what? And he just like had this vial of acid, and he dipped a blow pop ring in it, and he ate it. And I'm like, what? Like, that was a lot of acid. And he was like, you do it. And I was just like, I don't want to do that much acid. I don't want to do that much acid.
Oh my God.
Like, and in my dream, it wasn't even the acid that was tripping me out. It was the time management of it. Because I was like, I don't have like 24 hours to lose.
No shit.
Like, as an adult, that's what you think about when you do drugs. You're like, well, I actually have to do shit now. Like, I can't just
Right.
take the next 3 days high. I have to do shit.
I gotta go to work, man.
I have a job. I have a kid I have to take care of. Like, I can't be fucked up doing that shit. I think that's where drugs turn for me. It's like the responsibilities of being an adult. It's like, I used to be able to do drugs and go to work. That's easy. But now I have to go to work to keep somebody alive. And I'm like, fuck. Like, I can't do drugs while I do that.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, once the responsibilities start stacking up on you, you're like, ugh, fuck. I mean, I used to get hammered every fucking night.
Yeah.
I
I know I lived with you.
Yeah, you know. Like,
I was right there.
right? Man, it was nothing for me to go through a fifth at night.
Dude, I have like super intensely strict rules to myself. One of them is I don't drink during the weekdays. Because going to work, especially in the summertime. In the wintertime, it's a little bit of looser law. But in the summertime, because I work directly outside, dude, it was 105 degrees every day outside. Dude. This week. Yeah. And if I was hungover, I would have died, dude. There's no way I would have been able to make it. It would have been absolutely miserable.
See, I drink every day. I still do, but I don't drink like I used to drink. Like, I'll have a couple beers when I get home from work, and I'll have a couple beers when I wake up before I go to work. But I don't drink enough to get even buzzed. Mm-hmm. But it's also part of the same thing because, dude, where I work, the temperature inside that shop, it's like 120 degrees. So I drink a shit ton of water, and I still only go piss maybe once or twice because you sweat so damn much. Yeah. I've been working all these 12-hour shifts in this shit trying to get some extra cash. Dude, supervisor asked me last night, he's like, hey, you want to do a 12 tomorrow? And I go, what the fuck did you say to me? Is that a no? I go, yeah, that's a fucking no, man. I'm done.
Yeah.
I need a fucking break.
Yeah, it's the dog days of summer, and I'm dying.
It is so fucking hot. Dude, when you go outside and it's 95 degrees and you're like, oh my God, it feels so good out here.
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah,
that's when you know it's too fucking hot where you work.
Oh. Yeah, the heat's bad, but it's the humidity that gets me. I can handle high temperatures. It's just the fucking humidity. Like, I'm a sympathetic sweater. I mean, when I see somebody else sweat, when I see my drink start to condensate, I start sweating for it. I'm like, oh, God. Oh, it must be getting hot out or something.
Dude, I sweat so damn much at work that when I fart, it feels like a sneeze. Like, it is bad, man. Like, I have sweat dripping off of me constantly.
Oh my
because, like, I'm sticking half of my upper body in these presses, to fix belts like this. And each one of these presses puts off 340 degrees.
Oh, no.
And there's like 30 of them in this small section. So you're just like in here, man. I burnt the crap out of my arm again last night, man. I'm just like, ugh. That's why I'm not getting my sleeves until I bid out and get a different job at the
plant. Why don't you wear leather sleeves?
Mama didn't raise no bitch.
Man, I'm just saying. Welders wear them, and they're not bitches.
True.
Exactly.
Only because I know too many welders that could whoop my ass.
Yeah, I know. They're not bitches, man.
No.
But they're just smarter. They just don't want to burn the shit out of themselves. I get it.
Oh, no, I think it's the hassle of constantly taking it on and off that would get me. It's kind of like when you don't wear gloves doing something that you would usually wear gloves doing.
Yeah.
You know, because you're tired of taking them off and on, off and on, off and on. And you're just like, fuck it, I'm not going to put them on. And then you're like, fuck it, I should have put them on.
Especially when your hands get sweaty in the gloves, and you're like, fuck, I fucking hate that feeling. But then when you take them off, you're like, God damn it, I should have kept them on. My fucking, like, dude, I was feeling that the other day. We built a retaining wall this week, and my fucking hands were getting so fucking cut up from the stone we were moving. So I put on a pair of gloves, and then it was so hot that my hands were so sweaty, it bothers the fuck out of me when my hands get real sweaty like that.
Yeah.
So I took them off, and then it fucking ate the shit out of the palm of my hand. I'm like, God damn it, I should have kept that fucking glove on.
Yeah, see, I'm the same way because I wear thick cotton gloves at work because of all the hot ass shit I have to grab a hold of. That to the point, I like just take my gloves off because the sweaty feeling on my hands and shit, I don't like it. And I'm like, I need to put my gloves back on. Then I'm like, fuck it, I don't want to put my gloves back on. And then I'm bitching while I'm grabbing this hot shit. I'm like, son of a... That's the thing, though. A lot of guys wear shorts at work.
It's like guys
but they have burn marks all over their fucking legs. So I still wear jeans. They're like, aren't you hot? I'm like, yeah, but I don't have burn marks all up my fucking leg like you do. You look like you got track marks running down your fucking leg.
It's like guys who wear their hat like this and then go like this in the sun.
Right.
It's like, dude, easy.
Right? Do you see that? Hands free. It's like Bluetooth.
Oxymoron shit, dude.
Right. Oh no, man. Like, I can't even wear a hat backwards. Like, I can do it for a little bit, but then it just feels weird and I have to turn it back around.
I can. I like wearing my hat backwards.
Yeah, it just feels weird to me. Oh no, I think that's because my dad always slapping the shit out of me whenever I had it on backwards.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't accepted in my house either because I was a punk hoodlum. But
right.
As an adult, I do what the fuck I want, Troy.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
I do what I want.
Right? That's how. Fuck that guy.
I know my dad doesn't watch this show.
Right? You're going to get a cold mark. So I decided to check out the show.
God damn it. He was watching it at the beginning, but I think he got a little too over it.
Right. He's like, you guys are fucking retarded. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, we are.
He just argued.
It's called Two Drunk Bros, Ted, not two guys discuss philosophy.
Right.
I mean, what the fuck you think we're going to be doing?
You literally watch us drink the entire show. You think anything good's going to come out of that?
Right. So, my theory on quantum physics is...
No, we're not scientists, man. We're idiots. That's why we do this.
Right.
Because some people like to hear idiots talk. And I don't blame them because I like to hear idiots talk as well.
Oh, yeah. Can be very entertaining. We're basically that group at the restaurant that everybody else is going, oh my God, did you hear what the fuck those people just said?
Dude, I'm still that guy to this day.
Oh, yeah.
Because of my potty mouth, which I completely 100% blame on my parents. Because
right, I blame mine on your parents too.
My mom doesn't curse that much, but my dad curses like a sailor. My grandma curses like a sailor. I mean, my dad was a sailor. So yeah, we cuss. That's just what our family does. My brothers cuss as much as I do. We know when to cuss and when not to cuss. But out in public, like at a restaurant, sometimes you just say stuff and then you're like, ooh, people heard that.
Yeah.
I've said that before, where I looked around and went, fuck, people probably heard me say that.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where the word fuck doesn't even resonate with me as a bad word anymore.
Me neither. I honestly don't think that that's such a bad word. But
there are some words that I don't like to say. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But for the most part, fuck it.
Well, the one word that I was raised, even in my household of people who cussed like sailors, was cunt. You just don't say that to people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a dirty word. It does sound fucking dirty.
In America, it's like probably the worst thing you could say to a woman. Like, hands down, that's like straight fighting words for a woman.
Oh yeah.
But then my brother moves to Australia for 2 years and comes back, and that's his favorite word.
Yeah, because they say it everywhere in Australia.
Dude, cunt is fuck in Australia.
Yeah.
Or it's like it's basically fuck in Australia because it can be used for everything. And he's like, dude, you could be my best cunt in the world. That's just your mate. That's your buddy. That's your homie. Like, that's my fucking cunt right there. He's my best friend. Like, that's a term of endearment, or you're being a real fucking cunt right now. Like,
yeah.
It's a term of like, fuck you too. I'm like, damn, dude. Like, it sounds great, but I still don't feel comfortable using it in everyday life.
Yeah, no. No, I'm pretty sure if I was walking by a group of guys that I knew and one of them was like, that's my cunt, I'd probably punch him in the face.
What if he said, look at that cunt right there, huh? Beautiful.
Right? Yeah, I know. It's just weird.
That's a term of endearment.
It is, but it don't feel right, man.
I agree. It feels weird and wrong. But they also say, the term for drunk is pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they said that over in Europe all over the place.
You pissed, mate. No, I'm not. You pissed, mate. Oh, drunk. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Which makes
sense, and they also use the term as, are you taking a piss? As, are you fucking with me?
Yeah. See, that's weird. That doesn't make any sense.
And, like, bollocks is bad, but the dog's bollocks are good. Like, oh, that's bollocks. Oh, that's the dog's bollocks. I'm like, what? Like a completely different level of swearing over there. It's fucking amazing. I just want to go over there and study.
Dude, I've been watching this new show called Ted Lasso, and it is one of the greatest shows I've ever watched. Yeah. Hands down. Jason Sudeikis deserves a goddamn Emmy, fucking whatever the hell trophies they give people. He deserves one. He is brilliant in it. And dude, as much as I just hate the Brits, I love the language so much.
Yeah.
It's so addicting. And you know why? Because there's certain phrases that I can't replicate. Like, oh God, and I can't replicate it, so I can't even say it. It's when they say something, but then they ask a question, and it's a rhetorical question, like you're an idiot, ain't you? But they say it in such a weird way, I can't even replicate it, dude. Idris Elba does the best.
Yeah.
He does it the best. The best I've ever heard was Idris Elba, and it was on an episode of Hot Ones. Oh
yeah, I love that shit.
He was like asking whose idea was the show because he was like dying inside. And he's like, oh, you're a fucking asshole, aren't you? So, like, the way I can't even replicate it. I wish I could, because it is the coolest thing I've ever heard an accent say. The way that they say it, where they just, like, they ask a question and then they say that, and it's almost rhetorical, but it's so fucking cool sounding, and I can't replicate it. And I'm a motherfucking impressionist. Like, I impersonate everything. And I cannot impersonate that. For some reason, it's the one thing I can't do. And it bugs the fuck out of me.
I'll tell you what I thought was weird is how the French say no as a question when they mean to say yes.
Like no?
Like no?
But
or like, oh, that's weird, no? Or, oh, you like that, no? Or, shit like that. Because I worked with these two African guys who were from a French province in Africa.
Yeah.
And they were like straight off the boat from Africa. Thick French accents.
Yeah.
They would say that shit all the time. They're like, oh, you done with that hammer? No? Or you something this? No? And I'm like...
They answer their own question, basically. It's the same thing Cholos do.
Yeah.
Like L.A. Cholos. They do the same thing. You want to give me $5? No? Like, they answer their own questions.
Right.
It's a weird way to speak, but it works. It almost like makes you sympathetic for it for a second. Like, no, I'm done. Yeah, okay, I'll give you $5. Like, it's I don't know. It's like a weird way of talking, but I noticed that Cholos do it. They do the same thing. Like, hey, give me $5. No.
No.
Hey, bro, let me borrow your car. Yeah. Like, they answer their own question.
I didn't think about it that way, but you're fucking right.
They do that. Let me borrow your car, yeah? Okay.
Right?
You just answered your own question. Why are you asking me?
Right? I think that's what my daughter does inside her head. Like, she asks a question, then she answers it herself, I think, and then just does it.
Well, there you
That
go.
would explain a lot of her shit. Like she wanted a snack before dinner tonight, and we're like, yeah, you can grab a snack. And we knew she grabbed more than one, like, of the fruit snacks. And we're like, hey, get back here. And then she waits a while, and then comes back around the corner. So I looked at the hall, and she had one stashed in the hall. I'm like, yeah. Dude, she ate a whole tub of raw cookie dough. Like, I found it in her bed under her stuffed animals. And I was like, I'm surprised that didn't make you sick. She goes, it did make me sick. I'm like, good. Apparently, that was the day I had to wake up early and go pick her up from summer camp. And had been in her bed for like a week.
Because she had eaten that?
She ate that whole thing.
Oh,
like,
my
well, no
God.
wonder your stomach hurt. I'm glad.
And dude, she's so tiny.
Oh my God, she's a string bean.
How does she eat so much? You find hordes of food in her room that she hides from you and eats later. It's like,
I know. I got to do random shakedowns in there. like I bring the dog in to find shit.
it's so perfect.
I mean, like,
you gotta bring Carrot in there because she's a fucking goddamn watermelon of a dog.
Right? Find the
like,
carrot. She's like, oh, I'm on this.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite room of the house.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. If there's food, I'll find it. I'll find it. Dude, that dog is so fat. It's like, seriously, a watermelon with toothpick legs. Because she still has those dainty little legs.
Yeah, she got
But her body's like this fucking wide. And her head's still like this big. She's built like a tick. Just a fat body and tiny head and little legs that's scurry. Like, fuck me. That dog is a mess.
Oh my God, my head hurts. Stop making me laugh.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Fuck, I didn't have an ending.
I eat mop.
Do what?
I eat mop.
I ate my poo. Ah!
Gotcha.
Hey, what do you call a pedophile with no legs?
I don't know.
A creepy crawly.
That's good. That's a dad joke.
Man.
That's a dad joke.
That is a dad joke.
That's funny.
It's a terrible dad joke. I've got some other bad ones, but I don't know if I can say those on this platform.
Yeah, you probably hold off on those then. Yeah.
Oh, they're good. They're good.
I know they are.
Yeah.
My favorite one that I still tell to this day is the Stephen Hawking after a house fire.
Great. I love that one. That's one of my favorites.
That's the best joke ever.
What's black and charred at the top of the stairs? Stephen Hawking after a house fire. Oh, yeah. Classic. Oh, man.
It's so good.
Those are the good ones. Shit, I'm trying to... Do I even know any appropriate ones for YouTube?
No. Hey, what'd the cowboy say when he saw his horse coming over the hill?
What?
That's my horse.
Oh, that's gold.
That's gold.
That's fucking gold. Yeah, I'm definitely swiping that bastard.
That's gold.
That's going in my data banks.
Yep. Shout out to Zach Brader for telling me that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know it's harder than steel?
No.
Joe Biden at a playground.
That's not YouTube appropriate. All
right, that was borderline appropriate.
That could go for Clinton, too.
It could.
Yeah.
Or pretty much anyone who's had records of being on that jet to Epstein Island.
I was going to say fucking Clinton on Epstein's Island.
Dude, I saw a video and it was this guy with a shaggy beard and like shaggy hair looking homeless, and he's all got this torn shirt. And the post said, "I'm Jeffrey Epstein's gardener. We're everybody on this island for months."
I have to text my brother. He's starting a podcast on YouTube. I don't know what it's called.
Which brother?
Aaron.
Oh, yeah?
He called me the other day. I guess he was trying to do this, and it was like his friend's image was really big, but his was a little tiny in the corner.
Ah.
And he's like, how do I fix that? I'm like, just go in your fucking settings, dude. I don't know. Figure it out.
Right? Figure it out. Figure it out.
He's been waiting for another episode to drop, too. He's a big fan.
He is. He is a big fan.
Shout out to AJ.
Right. I love you, Aaron.
Felicity Phoenix Dubois.
Sharon Peters.
That's right. He's got a lot of AKAs.
He does. Got more AKs than Taliban.
AKA Let Go My Ego.
God, he's so flamboyant. I love him so much.
Yeah. Did you call him the other day on his birthday?
No, because I'm a piece of shit.
This shit. Did you call Johnny?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's good.
Well, I sent Johnny a text, and then I tried calling him, and he didn't respond, so that's why I put the happy birthday on your parents' post, too.
I called him, and he was like, I called him at like 11 o'clock. And I was like, happy birthday, man. And he's like, I can't believe you forgot my birthday. I was like, dude, I'm calling you. He's like, oh, yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't forget your birthday. I'm calling you.
Right? That's written on my fucking calendar, man.
Yeah.
I got both your birthdays on my calendar.
Well, it's the same day as my parents' anniversary, so it's very hard to forget.
Yeah.
And it's 2 days after Aaron and Biggie's birthday, so.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's, my aunt's birthday is on the 23rd, so it's a lot of birthdays right then. And then, of course, Calder's is on the 4th, so.
Right. Wednesday is Jameson's birthday.
Yeah.
He'll be a year old on Wednesday.
Ew.
I know, right?
That's a disgusting age. They shit and puke all over themselves.
Right? And he pukes all over me. I was buckling him up in the car seat the other day, and my hands were like right here, and he just...
Dude, I got
wiping
so
him off on him. I'm like, yeah, we gotta change you anyway.
So lucky, dude. My son didn't even puke on me almost ever. He puked on my wife all the time. Almost never puked on me.
Dude, no, the worst one is still when Emily shit all over me when she was a baby.
Yeah.
When she had that explosive diaper and it shot out both sides of her diaper on my chest while she's sitting on my chest while I'm laying down in bed. Just, I'm like,
that never happened to me, dude.
Right? Michelle's all like, oh, just take it off and we can wash this. I am not pulling this over my fucking face. Fuck that noise. And I made a fucking vest. I just cut it straight down and took it off like that. I'm like, no, I'm not pulling this over my face. Dude, this guy at work, he was telling me, because I told that story, and apparently his daughter, when she was like 3, pooped in her underwear, and she was so scared and embarrassed that she tried to clean it, and she used his electric toothbrush.
Oh, no!
To try to clean her underwear.
Oh, no!
And hid the turd in the tub. He was like, I went in the bathroom and my toothbrush was just vibrating on the floor, going in circles, just. Then I found out what happened. I was like, oh man, at least you didn't shut it off and set it back, because you probably would have started to try to brush your teeth in the morning.
Oh yeah.
This toothpaste tastes like shit.
Literally. Oh, when they start putting corn in toothpaste.
Oh man, why is it nutty?
It's a bit nutty.
Oh my god.
That's fucking gross. Yeah, I never had any horror stories like that. fucking Calder did me right. He pooped in the bathtub a couple times, but he never fucking did me dirty like that. What is that, the Jameson?
Yeah, that's that damn near $80 bottle I bought when I was with you last time. God, it's so smooth.
Dude, we got pretty fucking lit at Matt's house that night.
Yeah, we did. It was a good time.
I was feeling pretty fucking good.
Yep, that's why you drove.
My table's still at his house.
You mean your non-regulation under 8-foot table?
Barely, bro. Barely. Not my fault.
Barely counts, man.
Can't believe you bring that up on the podcast.
Right. I'm a monster.
Just because the table... You were going to give our beer pong table away. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not giving our beer pong table away. Ever. I was never going to give it away. And if I was going to give it away to anybody, it would have to be either Ole, TJ, or Johnny that still play.
Not Johnny.
No.
That table would get turned into something else. TJ, it would sit in his house and become an actual table. And Ole would never use it because he doesn't play beer pong anymore.
The thing is, when I do finally retire this table, when this table finally does get retired, I'm just going to hang it above my bar in the shop. You know, I'm going to take the top off that's got all our shit on it, and I'm going to mount it above the bar.
And build a new top for it?
Oh,
yeah, that's what you said you were going to do. You said you were going to retire it.
Yeah.
Dude, how long has that table been built? Fuck, dude, that was pre-prison.
Yeah, dude, it's like 12 years old.
No, dude, that was like 2010.
So yeah, close to 12 years old. I was close.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, about 12 years old. Yeah, that table's over a decade old, man.
Yeah. I mean, that table's older than all our kids.
Yeah. That's older than your kid and my kid's ages put together.
Yeah. Shit, that was pre-prison. Fuck, I forgot.
Yeah, that was back in the old days of the house by K-Dub.
Yeah. Fuck, I was playing on that table before I got locked up. I forgot.
Yeah. That's an old table, man.
You know, I wasn't in Wyoming that long before I got locked up.
Yeah, like 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years, and then it was like, you know what, I think I'm going to try prison.
Yeah, might as well.
Right, you know, I mean, I've done a lot of the other stuff they have to offer around here.
Dude, you were there for like a year before you got locked up on fucking your first charges.
Yeah.
Like less than a year.
Right. And I still remember that the cops coming into my fucking house while I'm playing fucking PlayStation. They're like, you're going to have to come with us. I'm like, hold on, I'm not at a save point yet.
Let me get to a loading point. Hold on.
Right. This is really hard, okay?
It won't refresh.
Right.
I don't have a Game Shark.
Right? You don't understand. I just got this with all that stolen money you're here to arrest me for.
Oh, shit. Oh, I heard a pretty good joke about the potato farmer. Did you hear that one?
No.
Kid gets locked up in prison, and his dad sends him a letter that says, his dad's a farmer, and he sends him a letter and says, I can't plant my potatoes this year because I'm too old and I needed your help digging up the field. And his son sent him a letter back and it said, don't dig the fields up. That's where I hid all the money I stole. And then the police, of course, read all the letters. So the police went out to that field and dug it all up looking for that money. And they didn't find anything. And his son sends him a letter and says, I did the best I could from in here, Dad. Go ahead and plant your potatoes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
That's a good son right there.
He put his heart into that one.
Right. And they do. They read everything. They listen to everything. I still remember when my mom would call me when I was up at Torrington. Because they say on the phone, I mean, you know, I called you on the phone a few times.
It's recorded.
They go, these phone calls are being recorded.
And they are.
She was, she was like, are they really recording these? I go, yeah, but don't worry. I'm not going to say anything about your underground dogfighting ring or the meth you're trying to push through the elementary schools right now. I'm not going to mention any of that shit. Why'd you say that? Dude, I remember one time she came to visit me, and we're playing cards, and an alarm went off. Then they had us separate for a while, and then everything was cooled down, and we sat back down. And she was like, "What was that?" I go, "I don't know. I don't know. Someone probably got killed. I was just bullshitting." And she was like, "Oh my gosh, you don't think that, do you?" I go, "I don't know." And as I'm leaving, and I get back to the pod, I was like, "What was all that shit about?" They're like, "Oh, I got stabbed in the neck in the chow hall." I was like, "Oh, okay, so someone did get killed. Okay, yeah." So,
I wasn't lying.
I wasn't lying.
You know what's funny about that? When you're saying that shit to your mom, they do listen to that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They were like, "Who is this?" "That's Rutledge." "Ah, don't worry about it."
Right. I got so full of shit.
Like, this motherfucker, always talking shit.
Constantly talking shit. Dude, the fact that when my mom came to pick me up out of prison, and the sergeant guard told her, "Get him out of here."
But you know what? You never went back, which means you were reformed.
Well, I did go back that one time to get a picture taken outside.
Yeah, but you never went back inside.
No, I almost did, man. They started moving up fast at that sign when I was parked outside getting my picture taken next to the correctional facility. All of a sudden, you see these fucking two cars start driving up real fast. I was like, "All right, we gotta go."
I'm not going back. You can't put me back.
Wait, what day is it? Yeah, no, it's Salisbury steak night. No, I don't want to go back.
Yeah, I know what they do to those steaks before they cook them.
I'll tell you what, man. When I got transferred to Torrington was a brand new fucking prison. Lots of it weren't even completed yet.
At least it wasn't haunted.
Right, that's true. But they had rolling blackouts and shit, and this is one of my favorite stories while I was locked up, because it shows how much I influenced people and how much I touched their lives. But there was a rolling blackout when we were working in the kitchen, because the kitchen for this prison was huge. Yeah. I mean, the kitchen was bigger than my house.
Yeah.
Because it's got to feed like thousands of inmates. And a rolling blackout happens and the entire kitchen goes dark. And you hear like two different people on two different ends of the prison go, "Rutledge, get away from me!" Like, I haven't made it to you yet. Wait your fucking turn. Like, I wasn't close to the biggest or close to the strongest, but I was weird. Dude, that's what works.
I have thought many times, especially facing prison at one point, what I would have to do in prison to survive. I could not be the weird guy, man. I'd get killed so fast. It has something to do with you. You can be the weird guy and it's okay. If I tried to be the weird guy, I'd get stabbed almost immediately.
Dude,
the shit like, this guy is fucking crazy weird. Yeah, I would just have to be that like pit bull, fucking bite anybody who tries to touch me type of guy. Like, that's who I would have to become. Yeah. Only you could be the weird guy and just be okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a few times I had to go pit bull mode.
Of course. Well, the weird guy's got to fucking sometimes defend himself, but...
Like, yeah, there's a few times I had to throw hands in there, and I did okay. I was fine.
For the most
part, of the time... Huh?
I said, for the most part, though, you were just the weird guy.
Yeah, for the most part, I was just the weird guy.
You were the entertainment.
Yeah. Like, I talked shit on everybody and anybody. It didn't matter who they were, especially some of the guards.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we had this one guard who was 18 years old. 18 years old, and he was a guard at the fucking prison. And I straight up asked him in front of God and everybody, in front of all these inmates. I was like, so straight up, I gotta know. Do you get an actual paycheck, or do they just give you some Chuck E. Cheese tokens? Because when I get out of here, we can hit up that skee ball, man. And the first night he worked overnight, I walked up to him and go, "Do you have a note from your mother saying you can spend the night?"
Is this a sleepover?
Is this a sleepover? Does your mother know you're here? Or when that one guard sent me to the hole because I made a comment on her shoes. She was wearing those shape-ups. You know, the shoes that get you nice toned and fit when you walk in them. I straight up asked her, I was like, "Are those shape-ups?" She goes, I've been seeing commercials for they're supposed to get you fit. She goes, yeah. I go, huh, get your money back. And that bitch had no sense of humor and sent me straight to the fucking hole. Verbal assault.
Verbal assault.
Yeah.
Did she pull a yellow card on you and have to go to a safe
basically.
zone?
Like, I was like, oh, you guys are
Damn.
no fun.
Dude, have I told you about jaguars?
You fuck up about jaguars.
Well, I have another thing I need to tell you about.
What?
I just watched a video today on eels.
On what?
Eels.
Oh, eels? Okay. I said veal. I was like, I like veal.
Eels are one of the most mysterious creatures on planet Earth. Did you know that we as humans have never witnessed eels mate, nor have we ever witnessed an eel birth?
Really?
Eels go from fresh water when they're old to salt water in the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, no, here we go.
I'm not even lying, dude. This is what they say. This is real shit. They literally swim out to sea into the Bermuda Triangle. Something happens, and the youth swim back into fresh water. Youth. They have eels in captivity. Never witnessed a mate. When you dissect an eel, they have never found sexual organs on an eel. They have zero idea how eels concept anything. They don't know. Humans are absolutely, completely in the dark about eels.
That's fucking weird.
Dude, that is fucking bananas, dude. And
yeah, because, like you said, of all the places that have eels in captivity...
Yeah, they've dissected eels multiple times looking for sexual organs, anything that could prove that, you know, a male from a female.
Yeah.
They have no idea still. To this day, there's no sperm sacs, there's no eggs. They cannot tell the difference between a male and a female. If there is a difference, who knows? Maybe they're hermaphroditic. And there is zero evidence that they actually mate. Because they've never seen one mate, and they've never seen an eel give birth. How bizarre is that, dude?
That's fucking weird. Because, like you said, I mean, they've got so many eels in captivity. You would
So many.
Because, like, in a 40-minute radius of where I live, man, you can go to like 2 different zoos that have eels.
Yeah, and what's bananas is that they swim out to the ocean when they're old, and babies swim back. The babies are born in salt water, and they come into the fresh water.
You know, that's something you don't hear a lot about anymore, is the Bermuda Triangle.
I know, and it's bullshit because it's real.
It used to be all the rage back in the day, like when you and me were younger.
Yeah, dude, in the 90s,
dude, Bermuda Triangle was everywhere.
Yeah. Dude, because the
now,
Bermuda
like,
Triangle was bumping, son. The Bermuda was bumping back then. Shit was happening there. People were disappearing. Planes were going missing. Ships were just disappearing. The Bermuda was bumping back then.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, it just went stale water. I don't know.
Would you ever go into the Bermuda Triangle?
Not on a ship, nor on a fucking plane. You'd fucking kiss your ass, dude. Hell no. Dude, I'm so
like what about next to it? Like right next to it?
I don't know.
Like 20 feet over.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, just to be like, yeah, I've seen it. What was it like? Oh no, I didn't get it.
I would cross into it and then come out of it, but I wouldn't go into it, like into the middle of it.
It's probably where the fucking Kraken lives.
Dude, they say there's like, you know, there's stories of like giant vortexes that happen in the ocean that like suck ships down and shit. No thanks.
Oh yeah, like they're nothing.
Yeah, like no thank you. I'm not about that life.
Talking about sinking ships, have you heard about that fucking walrus that keeps sinking ships?
No.
Up north, like Maine area?
A walrus?
Yeah, it's so massive. It's so fucking big and fat. What it does is it'll get on people's boats. And it's so fat that when it gets onto the boats, they take on water and they start sinking. He's caused like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of damage and sunk like 10 fucking boats.
What is his deal?
because he just gets on these boats to like sunbathe in the middle of the water, and they just sink because he's so big that when he gets on them, they just start to go in, and he'll just lay on them. And they got videos. He's just laying on them as they sink into the fucking water, and then he'll disappear for a while and get on another fucking boat. It's like, well, that one sucked. It got so bad that they actually built him his own like personal little barge. Like there's this big floating rubber thing in the middle of this bay just for that one fucking walrus to sunbathe on.
That guy's a gangster, dude.
Right? Like, fuck your boat.
My bad.
Right? Hey, hold on. Let me get up here real quick. Nah, it's cool. It's cool. I'll fit.
Well, is there sharks up there? Is there sharks up the Maine?
There might be, but it doesn't. He's not doing it to escape anything.
No, I know. But it's like, I'm just wondering, like, those poor people whose boats are sinking, are they in danger of getting eaten by a shark? I would think Maine's actually pretty far up north. Yeah. So I doubt there's probably sharks in that cold of water.
Right.
But still, that still sucks. What happened to your boat, Jim? A fucking walrus sank
fucking walrus sucked my boat. Oh, he got you too, huh? I bet they have support groups for those motherfuckers up there.
Did they name him
my name's Billy, and a walrus sunk my boat. Hi, Billy.
Dude, I would name him Sinker. I'd just call him Sinker.
Right?
What's up, Sinker?
Sinker got another one. Did you hear? Yeah.
That motherfucker's crazy. We got him drunk.
I wouldn't be bringing any small boats in that fucking dock. That's for damn sure.
Oh, that would suck, dude. If you were just fishing and a fucking walrus jumped on the back of your boat, you're like, what the fuck?
Right, start sinking your boat. And the thing is, he's still on it as it's going underwater. He's like the fucking band on Titanic, man. He's just like, it's whatever. You know, just going down. He's like, I can swim. I don't give a fuck.
I live here, bro.
Right, it's cool. I was going to get in the water soon anyway.
What a dick.
Just an ass. Well, I was watching a thing on asshole animals, and that popped up, and I was like, that's fucking phenomenal.
That's genius.
Dude, it also brought up orcas and how dickish they are, how they're just complete assholes.
Oh, yeah. Orcas.
Yeah, like they'll just slap stingrays and not even eat them. They'll kill the fuck out of them and then just let them float.
I know my son is really into sharks right now because of that shark game we got.
Yeah.
And I was explaining to him that dolphins will kill a shark.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't believe me. He's like, no, because sharks have big teeth. And I'm like, dude.
Yeah, well, at his age, you wouldn't think anything would kill a shark except a shark or a person.
Yeah. He's like, nah, or a sperm whale. He knows.
Yeah, sperm whale.
Whales and shit, they're big enough. They could kill a shark if they wanted. And I'm like, dude, for real. When there's a herd of, I don't know what you call a gaggle of dolphins. A herd?
Call them a pod.
A pod of dolphins?
Pod of dolphins.
When there's a gaggle of dolphins, that's what I'll say, gaggle, because that's a good
word.
Right.
He's like, okay, now that I know the word, fuck it, I'm still going with what I want.
Yeah. Pod sounds weird. When there's a gaggle of dolphins, they'll fucking kill a shark.
They'll
fuck a shark up fast.
Dude, dolphins are dickheads too.
Dude, but dolphins are so fucking awesome. They're so smart. They're just basically the humans of the ocean.
See, that's what makes them even bigger dicks. Because their intelligence, because of their intelligence and their strict social construct and how they are as a pod, as a gaggle, you would say.
Yeah.
And the family members and shit like that, when they do dick stuff, you know that they're doing it just to be dicks.
Yeah, that's the best part of them, dude.
Dude, like bottlenose dolphins will go out of their way just to beat the fuck out of baby porpoises and kill them. They don't eat them. They just see one and they're like, yo, you're on the wrong side of the tracks, homie. And they fuck him up.
Dude, they chew on pufferfish just to get high.
Dude, yeah, they're fucked up, man. And dude, you know what else does something that'll blow your mind? That chews on something just to be a dick?
What?
Baby hippos will chew on a saltwater crocodile's tail.
Just to get them to come to their parents, and then their parents erase them?
Yeah, dude. And the crocodiles, you watch, they just sit there and take it because they know.
Yeah, oh yeah. Crocodiles, no. A fucking hippo will massacre them.
Yeah, hippos are murder water horses. They are fucking killers. They kill a shit ton of people every
Yeah.
year.
Dude, hippos kill more people in Africa than any other animal.
Yeah,
Dude, they sink boats. They'll fucking, dude, they don't give a shit, man. You come into
yeah,
a
and they're
hippo territory,
hardcore territorial.
dude, you come into their territory, you come near their territory. If they think you're going to come towards their territory, they'll fucking kill you.
Yeah. So, I mean, you just see this baby hippo chewing on this alligator's fucking tail. And the alligator's just laying there, taking it because he fucking knows, man. And you know, right before that happened, that alligator sunbathing, like, I'm a bad motherfucker. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. Look at all my teeth. Little baby hippo starts chewing on his tail. Whatever, bitch.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you. You're lucky your dad's here.
Right, dude? Baby hippos are the equivalent of the, do you know who my father is?
Yeah. My dad's a judge.
Right? Do you know who my dad is? Do you? Fuck you, man.
Oh. You know what we
Animals
should
are
talk
crazy.
about? Hey, you know what we should talk about?
What?
Because our special guest totally dipped out on us.
Right, yeah.
About masculinity.
Masculinity. Right, take that, Sterling, you. Take that,
piece of
crime, you shit.
Take that, crime, you shit.
Good stuff.
I don't even know what the fuck we would talk about. I'm so goddamn masculine. When I pee, my beard grows. That's how masculine
Right.
I am.
I'm so masculine, I set to pee because the weight of responsibility I carry on my shoulders is massive and holds me down in life.
That's why I got a hunch in my back, because I carry so much ego on it.
Right? What would you say your greatest quality is? Oh, I would say my confidence, without a doubt. Okay, what would you say your worst quality is? I would say my insecurities. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, no, I'm extremely cocky, but I know I'm not shit.
100%. I'm basically garbage.
Right? But I'm cocky about it.
But
Like, I'm a bad
hella
motherfucker.
I'm the baddest piece of shit you have ever seen.
Right? I'm a double flush, motherfucker.
Tons of fiber in me.
Right? I'm gonna call the super shit, okay? You better get somebody to clog this toilet.
You better get a snake and a plunger, because I'm not going down easy.
Right? You better know a roach, you motherfucker.
Ooh, that'd be a good thing in a fight to tell somebody. You're gonna fight me, you better get a plunger and a plumber, because I ain't going down easy, pal.
Dude, the best thing I've ever said to a guy right before a fight is that I'll smear you like a pap.
I don't think I've ever said a lot of great things before a fight.
Well, a lot of times I'm intoxicated and I love to talk shit.
Yeah, I never have that wherewithal to talk cool shit. I never have that thought go across my mind.
Yeah, but you know how many times I've been in the shower after a fight and I'm just thinking of all the shit I should have said? That's so much cooler.
Dude, you know how many times I've been almost in a fight and I actually backed down, and then later I thought in the shower, fuck, I should have said this and this, and I should have done this and this.
Yeah.
That's like, it's like fighter's guilt. Like, I should have
It is.
done this. It sucks so bad. I'm so glad I don't feel that anymore. I haven't been in a fight in so long, dude. I would probably
I'm definitely a lot less eager to throw hands than I used to be.
You know what sucks? Is I come to that realization that a 19, 20-year-old kid would probably just run me over.
Yeah.
That sucks. Because in my brain, I'm like, I could still take, to me, that's not that much younger than me, but it is.
Right.
Like, it so is. That is so much younger than me. And I'm just like those kids were born in 2000, Like, I was already in middle school. And those kids could fucking rip me apart. I'm like, God damn it, that sucks.
Yeah, well, it's because everybody knows fucking MMA now and shit like that. That's like the big
thing. Doesn't matter to me. You can know MMA. If you don't know street fighting, like I know street fighting, because there's no rules, baby. There's no rules. Oh, you're
right. That's why all those Taekwondo kids get their ass beat, because they're like, wait, no, you hit me. That's the point. We have to start over. No.
Yeah, there's no timeouts in fighting, and I will bite you, and I will pull your fucking hair. I will punch you in the dick.
Yeah.
I will I'll bite your dick. You think I care?
Yeah.
That's a
Oh, yeah,
street
no
fight,
shit.
baby. That's a street fight. I could die. I will bite your dick.
Dude, a guy at work told me, because I work with a bunch of kids, basically. They're all in their 20s and shit.
Yeah.
And they were talking about putting their dicks on people and stuff. He's like, what would you do if I put my dick on your shoulder? I go, I'd grab a hold of that motherfucker and start you like a lawnmower. Like, I swear to God, man.
I'd rip it off.
Your dick right off.
I would try, bro, and I would eat it in front of you.
Right? Exactly.
International waters. It was international waters. They couldn't press charges.
You actually saw him eat a man's dick. Yeah, like Kobayashi. Dude, that's one thing that my instructor told me a long time ago. He was like, if you ever find yourself in a situation where it's you versus a lot of people, grab the first guy you can, rip out his eye, and then eat it.
Your instructor was fucked up, dude.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. But the man makes a good point. I was like, because I made a face. He said that. I was like, eh. He goes, but think about it. You eat that guy's eye. All these other people are going to be like, all right, you going to, fuck no. I got to go get Billy a seeing eye dog. Fuck you.
Did you just see what he just did to our dude right there? He ate his eye.
He ate his fucking eye like juju beans, man. Like, no. Dude, he told me this one time he got in a fight in Hawaii against a big-ass Samoan dude. He's like, he goes, I knew this guy was going to just run me through. I knew he was going to just pound me. Because those Samoans ain't nothing to fuck with.
Fuck, no, they're not.
And he's like, he came at me, and I went and I gouged out his eye, and I popped his eye out, and it fell to the ground and made a tinking noise. I took his glass eye out. I grabbed his one eye that was fake. He's like, I'm about to shit myself. Like, I got you, ting, 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 ting.
But I gotta tell you, if I was in a fight and I had a glass eye and some guy did that to me, that would totally make me question fighting that guy from then on. Because he was willing to take my eye out.
Yeah.
You only got one good one. Don't let him take the other one.
Right? Like, what the fuck's wrong with you, man?
That was my bad eye, thank God.
No. Did I have a lot of fun back in the day doing all that stupid ass shit? Yeah. Am I paying for it now? Yeah. Would I do it again? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, I would. If I went back in time, like my wife asked me, especially after the oil field, how much money I just blew.
Oh, just pissed away.
In like a night. Like I'd get paid, I'd have like $2,000 to come home and spend it all in one night.
Yeah.
On alcohol at the bar. I wouldn't buy drinks for anybody. I wasn't buying drinks for no one. I don't remember a time I ever bought a drink for anybody. Like almost ever.
Oh, I do.
But I would give the musicians who were playing at the bars, I'd give them $100. Every chance I walked by them, I'd give the waitresses $100 tips. I blew my money like an idiot.
Yeah. Well, there were a couple of times where you bought me drinks. Because I hadn't got paid yet. But I bought you drinks too.
Okay, yeah. But I never bought drinks for women. I never did that. I have like a weird thing. I don't like to buy women things. And it's weird, man. If I get a little therapeutic on you, it all stems back to when I was a child. Okay?
Right.
My brother.
Tell me about your childhood.
My brother spent $3,000 on a woman at one time. Bought her a bunch of clothes, a bunch of fancy things. 2 days later, he broke up with her. And I'm like, why would you do that? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, dude, that's the dumbest thing I've ever... Plus, I grew up poor as fuck. So all the money I make, that's my money. And even today, in my 30s, I feel very comfortable spending my money on my son. Very comfortable. Me and him, I love taking him shopping. We go and buy tons of cool shit because he's into what I'm into. He's into horror shit. He's into weapons. He loves it all. So I love buying him cool stuff like that. It's so hard for me to spend money on my wife. For one, she's super hard to shop for.
Yeah.
I have never gotten over that. Like, I just don't want to spend money on a woman because it might be wasted. Like,
Oh, dude, no shit. Okay,
she's my wife, and I'm still like, I don't want to waste money.
dude, the dumbest thing I ever spent money on for a woman, dude, this was back when I was making a shit ton of money in Branson, mostly off tips. Like I was making hella tips off shit. Hourly rate was only like $7 an hour, but I was making like $200-300 a night just off tips. So I had cash rolling in that wasn't getting taxed or anything like that. So I had a shit ton of money, and I spent $1,500 on a jewelry box that was in the shape of a pig because that was her favorite animal, and it was made out of alabaster stone and had solid diamond eyes, a ruby nose, and a diamond encrusted tail.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
I am not with that woman anymore.
Yeah, of course you're not.
Yep.
$1,500 down the fucking drain, dude.
Oh my god.
That
The
was
second
like,
amount of most money I ever wasted on a woman is when I paid for Laura Lee to drive back to Galena.
dude, I'm just like super. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. And my wife.
See, I promise spending money on myself, but if it's my kids, I'll buy tons of shit.
Dude,
I'll buy tons of shit for my kids.
100%. I'm so willing to
But money for myself, I'm like, eh.
Dude, I'll buy my kids anything they want. If they're into it, I'm totally cool with it. I will definitely spend money on them if I have it. My wife, though, and she knows this, I've never had the mindset to buy women anything, so I'm not a good gift giver when it comes to women. Like, if I bought you something, I know exactly what I'm going to get you. I know exactly what you like. I pay attention. Like, you're very outgoing about what you are into. Women aren't. Women are very, like, secluded about the things that they're into, and it changes so often. It's like, oh, I like this one day, and I like that. Like, I've liked Dragon Ball Z since I was 10 years old. I still like Dragon Ball Z. If you got me something Dragon Ball Z, I'm going to love it. Right now, as a 32-year-old man, I'm going to love it. That's what I like.
That's why I got you the Dragon Balls.
Yes, men are super set in what they like. Women, it changes every fucking 6 months. They don't like that anymore, and now they like this. And it's like, I don't have the brain capacity as a man, especially as a stupid dude, to keep track of that shit.
No, agreed.
And they're like, well, I gave you hints. Like, yeah, I don't pick those up at all.
And see, the thing is, I think I'm extremely easy to shop for.
I am too, 100%.
Like
I'm very vocal about what I like. Yeah.
I mean, anybody who knows me knows that alcohol, stupidly over-patriotic shit, or DC shit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know, any of that shit, you're solid. And then I had family like, well, I wasn't sure what to get you. I was like, first of all, don't get me fucking anything.
Yeah.
And second of all, how the fuck can you not know what I like? It's fucking everywhere.
Yeah. Basically,
it's not a fucking secret.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, well, I saw this really cool military thing, but I didn't know if you'd like it. Really? Did you just see me in an American flag romper with a George Washington wig? Like, I've worn that outfit before. And you're like, I'm not sure if he would like this. I think it's too pro-American. Like, are you fucking serious? I'm basically what happens if Ronald Reagan fucked a bald eagle.
Yeah. Dude, I think guys are very into what they're into and very vocal about what they're into. Like, it's super easy to shop for me because I'm very vocal about everything. I express everything I'm into by what I wear and what I do. I love Viking shit. It's very vocal, very expressive. I fucking live it. Everything I'm into, I'm living it. And women are just like my wife likes cardigans. Like, how am I supposed? Yeah, you wear cardigans, but how am I supposed to know? Like, that's what you're into. Yeah, you wear them. I wear pants, but it doesn't mean I'm into pants. I'd like pants, sure.
Right.
I need a nice pair of pants, but I'm not like overexcited about pants. My wife gets super excited about cardigans, and I'm like, okay, I guess. Like, I don't know. But my wife knows that I'm a terrible shopper. I'm terrible when it comes to her. So
Yeah.
she actually makes me like a list of everything she wants, and then I just go through that list and pick and buy. So it's kind of a surprise, but she's getting what she wants. And to me, that's perfect.
Right. Yeah. No,
I'm not going to buy you something you don't like. And you get something you do like, but you don't know what you're going to get. So to me, that's the perfect blend. But thank God my wife knows that, because if she was just leaving it up to me, oh, there's no way. There's no way. She would get...
See, I'm actually pretty good at getting gifts.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at picking stuff out for people and getting gifts for people. It's never been an issue. But my problem is I always go way up and be above what I should do for those individuals. Like if I know you like this certain team, I wind up buying you official jersey with your last name on the back instead of, like I go way up and beyond, and I don't know why I do it. It's like, I don't know, I like to bring joy to people's lives.
Of course, 100%.
I do. That's why I love making people laugh, because I think there's nothing greater than making people laugh.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, I need to stop fucking doing this because this bitch bought me socks.
My problem is I buy gifts for people that I would like.
Right?
That's my biggest problem. I buy...
That's why it's so easy for me to get shit for you, because we like pretty much the same shit.
I know.
Like, I love this. Oh, I'll get it for Cody.
Yeah, it's super easy. But when I buy for other, like especially women, I'm like, well, I would like this T-shirt. Most women don't want a T-shirt.
Right?
But that's how I do. I don't know. I'm a terrible shopper. I always have been. I always bought my mom jewelry and shit like that because I know my mom liked jewelry, but my mom doesn't like the jewelry I buy her.
What? Did it not have enough turquoise in it?
I don't know, man. My dad was so easy to shop for. It's like he likes knives and guns and hunting and fishing. Like, he's an outdoorsman. He's very vocal about it, and he lives that life. It's like so easy to shop for him because he lives that life. My mom was just like, her fucking favorite things changed every 6 months. I'm like, I don't know how to shop for anybody like that. Yeah. To me, that's like all women. They're all like, everything they love changes every now and then. Men, when they love something, they love it for life. It's like,
it takes something drastic to make a guy not like that thing anymore.
Yeah, if a guy's into a football team, that's his football team for life. Like if he's into a car, like a certain, Ford or Chevy or, whatever, that's what he's into for life. It's very easy to shop for guys. We're so into what we're into. That's it. It doesn't change. I'm not going to go, I love Dragon Ball Z this week, but I'm going to love Naruto in 6 months. No. Men are stubborn. I stick with what I know. And baby, I know Dragon Ball Z. I don't like Naruto. If somebody bought me something Naruto, I'd throw it away in front of them. This is trash. I don't like that.
I'm a Sword Art Online guy myself, but whatever.
I'm just saying. It's just, I'm a terrible shopper. That's what I was getting at.
Right. Oh, no, you've always known my gifts. You've always known my shit. Yeah. Like I said, you bought me this.
You love Teen Titans Go.
The fuck I do. Got me this awesome Deathstroke.
Yeah.
His arm comes off.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's magnet. Like, it was in the box like that.
You fucking ripped his arm off, dude.
Right?
Your Batman looks dope, though.
Dude, that thing is fucking sick.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I did was go online and find all of them because I'm like, I gotta buy all of these.
Oh, dude, I saw a Crow shirt today. I was gonna buy it, dude. It's the exact same thing as your statue.
Oh yeah, dude, that thing is fucking tits.
That's what it was. It was the Crow standing in front of that window. I was gonna buy it at the Halloween store, but I went with Chucky instead.
Right. Well, dude, man, that fucking scene is iconic, man. Because that's That's when he goes through the diary and stuff and has all the flashbacks of his wife that just got killed and raped.
And that's Brandon Lee. I mean, that's the original Crow. The best one of all.
That is the Crow.
I'm not going to say City of Angels wasn't great. The third one sucked.
Yeah.
Complete shit. I did enjoy the second Crow. I thought they did a great job on that. But the first Crow, you'll never beat it.
No. And then they even had a TV show, The Crow.
What?
Yeah, they had a TV show.
I've never seen it.
And the guy who played the Crow died on the show.
Oh, it's the Crow
so
curse.
A lot of people were starting to think there was a curse, kind of like the Superman curse.
Yep. Which we know is not real anymore.
Yeah. Well, I think it might have just been a Reeves curse because it was George Reeves and Christopher Reeves. Not related, but
yeah,
those were the two that, because George Reeves, some say it was suicide, some say it was murder. And then, everybody knows about Christopher Reeves.
We all know about
how many times George Reeves was on set just completely shit-faced hammered?
Well, it's probably just death then.
Yeah.
Just murder or suicide.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of times he was on set just fucking completely hammered.
Wow.
Honestly, I think the worst Superman thing was the Broadway music. Dear God. Yes, I own the soundtrack to that, but I've never listened to it. I own it just because it's part of my collection.
Well, as not being a very big Superman fan, but I've seen a lot of Supermans, I definitely agree that Henry Cavill and Homeboy from Smallville were probably the best Supermans.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Smallville paved the way for superhero TV shows.
I don't know. I never
because they had a few of them, but they didn't last that long. They only did a couple seasons, but Smallville went on for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then the CW blew up. You had Arrow, Legends. All these other shows that just started popping up.
Yeah, but they all fucking suck. I think The Flash was probably the best one out of today's era. Arrow?
Arrow was good when it first started, but it went downhill.
Yeah. Season 3, it started to fall off. The Fist of Fury or whatever the fuck that show was called.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, one thing that bugged me is they kept mixing up the villains with the heroes and shit. One show that got canceled, which pissed me off because I thought it was great, was Constantine.
Yes. Why did that
The Constantine TV show. It was so good. Dude, it was so good.
So fucking good. And they picked such a good fucking actor to play him. He nailed it. He
does the voice for Constantine in all the cartoons.
Yeah, dude, he was literally like a real life Constantine. It was beautiful.
He fucking nailed it.
You know what's crazy to me is that Keanu Reeves, we'll go on to the Keanu song, but Keanu Reeves was such a good Constantine that I think so many people who hate it when they fuck up comic book movies looked past it because he did such a good fucking job.
Dude, it was British. But he did a great job. Great movie. And an amazing devil.
Dude, one of the best, bro. So good. Dude, that movie was so fucking fantastic.
Oh, yeah. I watched it again just the other day.
I wish they would make a second one.
There's rumors.
I know there is, but I don't know. Dude, Keanu's 60, man. He's old, dude. I don't know if he's got it in him to make another one. He's making another Matrix movie.
Dude, if he can make another Matrix movie, he can make another Constantine.
He needs to stop making movies and start making another John Wick. He needs to get off the fucking shitter and start pooping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want another John Wick movie.
Dude, those are so good.
Dude, they're so good, bro.
I love John Wick.
I just rewatched them.
That is one bastard I want to mess with.
We rewatched the first two. We rewatched the first two of them, and I was like, God damn it, I love these movies so much.
I'm gonna have to rewatch them. I haven't watched them in a long time.
The first one is so good, but it's so sad because his dog dies. Oh, it's so.
Yeah, I know. Dude, that's the thing, man. I can watch a million people get murked, and I'm like, whatever. And then they kill the dog, and I'm like, this director's a piece of shit.
It's not even that, man. It's that his dog gets killed, and then, or his dog gets, something happens. I don't know how his dog dies. It doesn't show it.
His dog gets beat to death with a bat.
Something. But when he wakes up, his dog is laying in front of him. Like his dog crawled his fucking body over to him to die in front of him. Like to die with him. And that's so sad. I'm like, oh God, I forgot how bad this movie sucks at the beginning. But then he goes all fucking post, dude. And he just starts raking
right.
people. He's like, you killed my fucking dog. And I'm like, yeah, kill him, John.
Right, get them all. Dude, one of my favorite parts of that movie is when the cop comes to the front door.
Yeah, he's like, hey, John.
He's like, you working again, John?
He's just like, maybe. That's what I liked in the second one.
Good night.
In the second one, when his house gets blown up, and the cop comes over and he's like, hey, John, you working again? And he just gets up and walks away, and he's like, shit. I thought the second one was better than the first one, only because it goes deeper into how his connections, like how cool being an assassin is with all the connections. I really dug that shit. But the first one,
I did like in the first one though when he basically pulls the gun on. I think that was Kevin Nash, the big ass. Yeah, Kevin Nash.
Yep.
And he's like, "Why don't you take the night off?" And he undoes his ear thing. He's like, "Okay." He walks up.
He's like, "Thanks, John." He's like, "Hey, man, you lost a bunch of weight, huh?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I lost like 60 pounds." He's like, "Why don't you take the night off?" Okay, thanks, John. He's like, "See you later, buddy."
Dude, I saw a video where this guy was pretending to be a hitman. He's walking, and his phone goes off, and it's got John Wick on it, and it says like, he answers it like hello. He's like, all right, you saw the thing, right? Yeah. So if you see John Wick, you take him out. Oh yeah, definitely. And then John Wick walks by and he just freezes. And John Wick looks at him and just nods and keeps walking. He's like, like, I want any of this shit.
I don't want that smoke, man.
Right? Fuck that noise.
Oh, fuck. Dude, that game's so fucking good in those movies.
Dude, have you seen him at the fucking gun range clearing the fucking obstacles and shit?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck me, man.
You know what was one of the greatest assassin movies I've ever seen in my life? And I rewatched it the other day because it's been like a year since I watched it, and it still hit just as good, was Mr. Right.
Oh, dude, that movie is so good.
Dude, that movie is one of the greatest movies I've ever watched in my life.
Right, and technically it's a chick flick, but it fucking bangs, man.
Dude, the way that he conducts himself, like when he's talking to Rizza outside, and he's like, hey, man.
Yeah.
He has the gun, and he's like, he's eating gummy bears. And he jumps down, and he's like, hey, man, what are you doing? And he's like, man, he's like, fucking looking out for you or whatever, man. He's like, cool, man, cool. He's like, so, can I have some of these gummy bears? And he's like, yeah, man, I guess. And he's like, I like the green ones. And he's like, oh, I don't like the green ones. He's like, oh, right on, man, that's perfect. Like, the way he's so casual with it.
Right.
And at the end of it, he's like, all right, man. So, because the guy's supposed to kill him. And then he's like, all right, man. So I'll see you inside, right? And he's like, yeah, I guess so. He's like, all right, man. All right, I'll see you inside then. And he just like walks away. And he's like, that was crazy as fuck.
All right.
And then when he catches him off guard, and he's like, after he shoots him, and then he's like, hey, man, the black dude like pulls a fucking grenade. And he's like, oh, man, that's a grenade. What are you doing? And the guy's all freaking out. He's like, I don't know. He's like, don't worry, buddy. We'll do this together. And he puts the pin back in the grenade, and then he grabs it from him, and he's like, it's okay. The pin's back in. The guy sits down. He's like, Steve comes up behind him again, Reza, and he's like, what's up, man? He's like, oh shit, this is my boy Steve. He's like, Steve, we were just talking, man. He's like, this guy's had a really hard day. He's like, you mind if you stay here and talk to him? He's like, I'm just here to get my girlfriend, man. The end of that movie was so good. When he shoots him in the face with a shotgun, and he's like, oh, fuck, Steve, you caught me off guard, man. I didn't even see that coming. He's like, you got me so good. He shoots him in the face with a shotgun. He's like,
right? He's all fucked up. Like, oh, man, I know you got me. Dude, I think that guy's an underrated actor. I really do. Because I liked him in everything I've seen.
Dude, he is one of the most fucking epic actors of all time.
Because he's done good movies.
Dude, the Seven Psychos, have you seen that movie?
No.
With Christopher Walken, he's the murderer, and he's like a fucking psychopath, dude. And it's got Christopher Walken, and who's the fucking Irish guy? He played Alexander the Great.
Oh, Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell. Yeah, dude, it's such an amazing movie. It's so fucking good. And he's so good in it. Dude, that guy's been in so many great movies. He's one of those underrated guys who is like an A-list actor, but he's so underrated for some reason. I don't get it.
Seven Psychopaths. Is that the one where the guy pulls the gun on Christopher Walken and tells him to stop and he says no?
Yeah, Christopher Walken's like, no, I ain't gonna
he's like,
stop.
but I have a gun. He's like, I don't care.
yeah, that's the one.
Like, stop. No. But I got a gun. Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care. Whoa. So? Fuck you. Whoa. Shit's crazy. Okay? There's crazy people. Okay? Dude, that's a great movie.
I'll pretty much watch any movie if I see it's got Christopher Walken in it. I'm like, oh, it's got Christopher Walken? Yeah, I'm going to watch this.
Dude, old Christopher Walken, too, because he's given up on acting.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken used to try to act. Now he just goes, I'm Christopher Walken, I don't have to act.
Yeah, do you know who the fuck I am?
He's like Al Pacino, dude. Like, he just doesn't care anymore. He's like, you know who I am, you know how I sound, I'm not going to act.
Right. They did a movie together about 6 years ago.
Was it The Irishman?
Christopher Walken and Al Pacino. 6-7 years ago that I just thought was fucking phenomenal. I can't remember the name of it, but like Al Pacino had just gotten out of prison. Him and Christopher Walken used to be mobsters together back in the day and shit. And they're just like hanging out and doing all this crazy shit. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a good fucking film. Like Al Pacino's all crunching up fucking prescription pills on this bar counter and snorting them and shit at the fucking bar, and then he asks the bartender if he can have a bottle to go, and he's like, well, that's not legal, and he points down to all the shit on the counter. He's like, and this is? Like, yeah, good point. He gives him the bottle. He's like,
come on, man, I'm Al Pacino.
Hooah!
Hooah! What do I do at night? I fight crime.
You don't know. Wait, was that John Malkovich? Maybe.
I'll make it better, faster, stronger. John Malkovich?
Crime.
I fight crime.
I can fight crime.
What do I do at night? I fight crime. Hooah! Shout out to Pete Holmes, man. Oh,
right. Seriously. If they would have spent less time on Batman's voice in the Dark Knight trilogy and more on, I don't know, being fucking Batman.
Yeah. Let's not get into that, dude.
Yeah, because you know I'll fucking go off on a tirade.
Dude, when the fuck is the new Batman coming?
Dude.
The Batman. When is that going to be released?
I'm not even sure. I tell you the truth, I'm more excited to see the Flash movie coming out.
I am too, because
Michael Keaton?
Yeah.
Michael Keaton? And Ben Affleck. It's going to have Michael Keaton Batman and Batfleck Batman. It's got both of them in it because it's multiverse shit. I'm like, ugh!
Dude, which could potentially set up a fucking scheme for Batman Beyond, baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dude, the fact that they're bringing Keaton
I still
in,
want to see a Thomas Wayne Batman. I mean, if they're going to start doing multiverse and shit, you give me a Thomas Wayne Batman.
let's stick with Keaton for now.
Yeah.
Calm your shit.
I'm sorry, but he's so good.
Dude, the Keaton Batman could potentially open the door for a Batman Beyond. And that's all I want in life.
Yeah. Who would you get to play young Batman for Batman Beyond? Who would you get to play Batman
Fucking
Beyond?
the glittery vampire.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to go that route. I mean, he's going to be playing like a young Batman, but obviously that's Bruce Wayne Batman. Like, so who would you want?
I don't know. I don't know any actors right now that are up to that task.
I don't either.
Any young actors.
Zac Efron from High School Musical.
Hold on, but let's think about it. Do they ever really show young Batman outside of his Batman Beyond costume in the series?
Yeah, a lot.
So who does he look like?
Hey, young kid, dark hair.
That's a given.
I mean, fuck.
I don't know, dude.
Like a young Keanu Reeves.
You know what they should do, bro? This is what I would do if I was in charge of DC. I would take all of the animated movies that we love so much from DC 52.
Fuck yeah, we do.
I would turn every one of those movies into a live-action movie. Follow it fucking script for script. Turn it into a live-action movie. That's what I would do.
Dude, I'll tell you what. It's not a DC 52 animated movie, but it fucking hits. It's so good. Have you ever seen Superman versus the Elite?
No.
It's not a DC 52. The Elite is a group of anti-heroes. You know, they take things too far, basically, for Superman's standpoint. You know, like they just kill everybody.
Yeah.
And if you want to see, like, Superman's true fucking power and shit, watch that fucking film.
Does he go
because he agrees? Oh yeah, dude. Well, he agrees to meet them on the moon and battle them. And this one guy has like nuclear power, like he can unload the power of the sun with his fucking fist, basically.
Damn.
And this other guy's sidekick, you know, like telekinesis, all that shit. Like he can like fuck your shit up. And then this other guy uses magic, which Superman has a weakness to anyway.
Yep.
And then there's this chick who has this weird alien suit that's like part of her body, basically, you know?
It's a symbiote.
Yeah, pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
And he agrees to meet them on the moon. Like, you got to look up the final clip and watch it for yourself. But, like, they beat the brake shit off Superman. You know, like, the psychic guy's, like, popping veins in Superman's head and shit. That nuclear guy, like, unloads, like, the amount of 15 suns in his face.
Holy, but wouldn't that just charge him?
Well, I'm saying the nuclear strength of a sun, not actual solar radiation.
Oh, okay.
You know, like, imagine a million Hiroshimas.
Yeah.
You know,
unloaded in his face.
Right in his fucking face. And they all think, like, they fucking killed him. And they're like, just a shred of his cape is left. They're like, yep, that's done. Boom. And, like, you can hear Superman. You don't see him, but you can fucking hear him. He goes, I get it now. My problem is I was treating you like people. And they're all like...
I was treating you like lesser beings.
Right? Like, I was treating you like people. And, like, he poisons the chick with the suit, like, out of nowhere, shoots her with a fucking dart. and the suit starts to reject the body and like killing her as it's trying to get away.
Did he get this dart from Batman? Because that sounds like a Batman thing.
The magic guy tries to do a fucking spell, and Superman causes a fucking vortex tornado that sucks the oxygen out of his lungs so he can't even fucking talk. And then the other two guys left are like, they use their ship to fucking teleport back to Earth because they think they'll be safe around all the people. Yeah. And he's like, all right, as soon as he shows his S, I'm going to flatten this whole fucking city. And then, boom, the dude, the nuclear power guy, is fucking gone. And the other guy's like, where'd he go? And then you just hear Superman go, orbit. And he slams down in front of him. He goes, if you had super hearing, any second you could hear the pop. And I mean, like, he's got bloodshot fucking eyes, and they're like, what the fuck? He straight up says, he's like, he's playing it our way. He's not supposed to do this. I mean, he just fucking pwns them. I was like, ow.
He got a little bit of that
all
Bruce
about, like,
Wayne
I won't kill, I won't do this, you know, and fuck.
That's great. What'd you think of the new Suicide Squad?
Dude, I haven't seen it.
What?
I don't have HBO Max yet.
I thought you did. Oh, wait, my wife changed the password.
Your wife changed the password. Thanks a lot, Mandy.
Fucking dick. Dude, it's actually pretty good.
Dude, I bet it is. I bet it is good.
It's not bad.
I haven't heard a lot of bad reviews about it. It's got to be better than the first Suicide Squad movie.
In my opinion, it is. I
thought the first Suicide Squad movie was trash.
I liked it better than the first one, for sure.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. Crap, I can't remember the actor's name. The black guy with the amazing voice. What's his name?
Idris Elba.
Yeah. When I first saw him, I thought it was going to be Bronze Tiger.
No, dude, he is... What the hell is his name in that movie? Bloodshot? No, not Bloodshot. The fuck is his name?
Like Deathshot or some shit like that? I can't remember.
No. Bloodsport. His name's Bloodsport, right?
No, that ain't right.
What the fuck is his name? Hold on. I have to look it up because I don't actually know his name in the movie. I thought it was basically, to me, he was more of like a Deathstroke ripoff.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it felt to me. He was really good in it, though, dude. He was beast mode in that.
Dude, I just love that guy's voice, man. Like,
yeah, Bloodsport. Bloodsport's his name.
Yeah, his voice has such a demanding presence.
Yeah. And Sylvester Stallone plays King Shark, which is amazing.
Right? And
oh, it's so fucking funny.
Hey, we need to take a quick time out.
Okay. All right, we're going to take a pause. We'll be right back after
Pause
these
for the
messages
cause.
from our sponsor.
So it won't take long because we don't have...
Yeah. So, I don't even remember. DC, whatever. But, so I went and seen Billy Bob Thornton in concert. Oh, dude. It's called Billy Bob
Really
Thornton
fucking good.
and the Boxmasters.
Yeah.
That guy is phenomenal. On stage, he's like an OG, dude. It's like he's been doing it for 20 years, because he probably has. I think the Boxmasters have been around for a long time. But, dude.
Yeah, I think it's something he's been doing for a long time now.
Yeah, if they ever come through your town, bro, go see him. It's so good. Their opener, oh my God. I have to look up their opener. Dude, this guy is bringing... So, give me 1 second. I'll tell you about this dude.
All right, I'll give you 1 second.
Just because I have to look up his name. so that everybody knows and they can look him up and listen to this guy's fucking music. If you're a fan of old school country, Merle Haggard, George Jones, Marty Robbins, fucking the old school good country, look this fucking guy up. Because his music is the embodiment of old country. He's bringing it back, dude. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
I've given you 1 second.
Oh my God. I can't remember his name. It's something McCarter.
I'm fucking no, I didn't go.
I know.
You go to all these awesome shows without me.
Calm your tits.
No, my tits are crazy and wild. Told a guy at work the other day, he was bitching about it being too fucking hot, which I get. I was like, you know what we should do? We should just quit and open up a food truck that sells tacos and My Little Pony porn fan fiction. He just goes, what the fuck? I was like, what, you don't like tacos?
Dude, it's Lloyd McCarter and the Honky Tonk Revival.
Is it a honky tonk revival? Does he revive the honky tonk?
100%. I listened to this guy, bro, and after he was done, he went and sat at a table by himself at the venue, and he was selling CDs for cash only. Because he's like, I was like, do you take credit card? Like, do you take cards or anything? Because I wanted to buy an album from him. He's like, dude, he's like, I have a flip phone. He's like, I keep it very old school. And I was like, by the way of your music, I could fucking tell, bro. And I was like, I told him straight up, I was like, man, I was like, listening to you is nostalgia for me. I was like, I was imagining my parents dancing in the living room to Merle Haggard and George Jones and fucking, you know, all the old school country music. And he's like, dude, he's like, that's exactly what I'm doing, man. He's like, if I wasn't opening up for Billy Bob Thornton, I would have went really deep into that kind of music. And I was like, oh my God. Dude, his music is so fucking fantastic. You got to check him out, man. It's called Lloyd McCarter and the Honky Tonk Revival. He should be doing stadiums.
Oh, that good, huh?
He's opening up for Billy Bob. Dude, he's the best country music I've seen. Like, this guy, he's not stadium bullshit fucking douchebag country. He's not fucking... Yeah. I can't
Florida Georgia Line.
Yeah, Florida Georgia Line, or who's that really famous guy who's on like the fucking America's Got Talent or
Luke Bryan.
Yeah, he's not Luke Bryan. He's not one of these fucking douchefaggles who are doing.
Yeah, Luke Bryan makes country music for guys that wear skinny jeans.
Dude, 100%. Everybody who's doing stadium country right now is doing country music. Dude, Brooks and Dunn was the last greatest country band.
Yeah.
That was it, man. You had Brooks and Dunn, and then the country went to shit.
Dude.
I won't say that, because who's the fucking mullet who's on The Voice?
Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton. He had good country.
Yeah. Every once in a while, Blake Shelton's, I mean, for a while there, Blake Shelton started doing snap country. That's what I call the hip-hop country, because it's got that.
Yeah.
But that one song he did just recently called God's Country, that's like old school, like that's got some outlaw in it. You know?
I understand Blake Shelton's kind of got to pander a little bit to keep up with the time, but
I'm glad that he still throws a little bit of his outlaw into it and shit.
Yeah, I think in Blake's soul, he's old country.
Yeah,
for sure. He's one of the very few that's new and old country. He can switch. I mean, the guy has had amazing hits that I'm like, yeah, this is nostalgia. Like,
dude, people that don't even listen to country know Old Red.
Dude, Old Red's one of the greatest fucking country songs ever made.
Yeah.
New or old.
Back when country songs told a fucking story.
If you listen to Old Red 40 years ago, you'd say, yeah, this is it. This fits right in.
Yeah.
Old Red's an amazing fucking song.
Oh, I love it.
And it's got that, like you said, it's got that storytelling that old country had.
Dude, I love storytelling country songs.
That's why Marty Robbins is the greatest country singer of all time.
Yeah. Yeah, like their songs painted a fucking story. I mean, like you could actually see it.
And you know what? You know what really lit me up about this guy? He sang a song called Mexico, and it was hands down a Marty Robbins incarnate. It was a gunslinger ballad that took place in Mexico, and it was over the love of a Mexican woman. And I'm like, dude, while I was listening to the song, I was like, this is highly influenced by Marty Robbins. There's no doubt.
Yeah. I mean, you just described El Paso to me.
El Paso, 100%, which you know is my jam, dude. You know
yes, I do. I know that's your jam.
And that song, it was different. Of course, it was different. It literally sounded nothing like El Paso, but it was a gunslinger ballad that took place in Mexico over a Mexican maiden. And I was like, dude, this dude had so much old school influence, and it just seeps out of his pores. And
you know what? You know it's an older country song. I mean, it's not like Marty Robbins, Merle Haggard old.
Yeah,
it's like early '90s old.
Yeah,
but every time I hear it, I gotta fucking crank it. Is Bubba Shot the Jukebox last night?
Oh, so good, dude.
Said he played a sad song you didn't like. Went to his truck and grabbed a 45.
Bubba Shot the Jukebox last night. Oh, such a good song, dude.
Dude, I love that.
Dude, you gotta remember, man, the early 90s was 30 years ago.
Shut the fuck up.
That is an old song, bro.
Shut the fuck up. No, see, in my head, the 90s were still 10 years ago, man.
I know, right?
Like, 1999, oh yeah, that was like a few years back, man. Like,
dude, there are kids in college right now that weren't even born when the trade centers went down.
Dude, I know. Like, my daughter is going to be learning about my current events in her history class.
Oh, it sucks.
Like, they will have assignments where they're like, hey, you should go home and ask your parents about this. My daughter's teacher was like a toddler when the World Trade Center happened. I mean, my daughter's teacher is 23.
Yeah, she doesn't remember.
No.
She was 1 year old when the trade centers came down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched that shit in high school, in class.
Yeah. I did too. I was in 7th grade. My mom came and pulled me out of school. Me and my brothers. Because she didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. And I was like, okay. I get to leave school. Cool.
Right?
I'm not going to argue with you pulling me out of class. I'm cool.
Dude, we watched, everyone in my class watched the second plane hit.
And that was back when they had 2 TVs on rolling.
Yeah.
And they would just roll them into the classroom and watch it. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. I was in Miss Mahaffey's class in 7th grade. She was our English teacher. And she rolled the TV in, and we watched the live news of the trade centers coming down. And then I got called to the office, and my mom came and picked me and my brothers up. I was like, okay. My mom's like, I don't know what's going to happen. It's just going down, and right now, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm like, okay. We live in Wyoming. We're very far away from the East Coast. I think we'll be okay, but, it's whatever.
Yeah. Nobody worried about that. Nobody worried about that where I was at. I mean, like I said, I was at Galena then. I mean, town population of 450.
You have to understand, the movie Red Dawn, the original one, was basically a national anthem where I grew up.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So, when somebody attacks America, my mom's first thought went to Red Dawn. Like,
Wolverine!
Yeah, like, we're getting attacked by Russians. Shit is going down. We need to hunker down, get our ammo. Like, I'm sure that is exactly what was going through my mom's head was, I need to make sure I got my babies with us. That way when the enemy invades, we got this Wolverine style.
Did you like the new Red Dawn?
Never watched it. Refused.
See, I watched it, and it was okay. I mean, the first one's still the best.
It ain't Swayze, baby. It ain't Swayze.
The first one's still the best. but there's a line in the second one that I fucking love. Like, they get these fucking, like, shit Mac 10s off a bunch of guys they killed. You know, the
Wait,
Wolverines.
did they change it though? Was it the Russians still, or did they change it?
Fuck, I can't remember. Like, I saw it when it first came out, so it's been a long time now.
Yeah.
But, like, and it shows them practicing with the guns. And the one guy's like, yeah, these guns are really good. And Chris Hemsworth walks by and goes, yeah, if you don't know shit about guns.
Oh, fuck.
That's my favorite fucking line from the whole movie.
Did you hear
Like,
that?
Chris Hemsworth's the fucking hero in that film. He's basically Swayze in that film, but he gets killed. It shows him get fucking riddled with bullets,
Damn.
like, before the end of the movie.
Hemsworth?
Yeah. Thor.
Well, he was a bitch anyway.
Right?
That's what you get for calling a New Zealander into America to fight the Russians.
Yeah. I mean, what's he
You gotta
gonna
get murked, baby. You ain't American. You can't handle the Russians.
do? Dude, well, you remember how he died in Cabin in the Woods? He fucking ran into a force field with his motorcycle.
There you go.
That's such a good movie, by the way. I love Cabin in the Woods. All for, like, I love it for one reason and one reason only. Because you see a unicorn murk a guy. You see a unicorn ram a guy in the chest with his horn. Like, that was the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen. Because when you see unicorns, you're like,
beautiful to
oh,
murderous.
right? They're like, oh, unicorns are soft and magical creatures and gentle and pure spirits. And that unicorn's like, I came from a broken home, you know?
My
He,
dad
like,
used to drink.
he just rams this guy in the wall with his fucking horn. I was like, yes, I've seen a unicorn kill somebody. My life is complete. It was so good. Like, if that was the unicorns from Legend, I think that movie would have gone different.
Yeah.
Also, a movie with a great devil. Tim Curry, man.
We had to take a shit break. Now we got to take a piss break. Give me 2 seconds, people.
Time out. Full time out.
But to you guys, it ain't gonna seem like shit because it's gonna be a quick flash, like a surgery. So we'll be right back. You got a fucking Lloyd McCarter and the Honky Tonk Revival, man.
Yeah, it's good. I listened to it during the pee break in. I mean, it's, the intro, before he even started singing the guitar intro.
Yeah.
Just, like, it took me back to riding in the bench seat of my dad's old Ford on the way to the construction site, you know? I mean,
when the fucking stick shift would hit you in the fucking knee so goddamn hard it'd make your leg go
yeah.
dead.
Right, as he's flicking his cigar out the smoker window. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, damn. That brings back some old memories.
Yeah, I miss the smoker window in trucks, man.
Me too, man. They don't make those anymore. They're like all about the beer windows now, but fuck, man, I remember when my old man had the old Chevy and that smoker window that's what he flicked his cigarette out of every day.
Yep, it's also what would be my AC back in the day because you could
100%.
angle it so it would just shove that airflow right onto you.
100%.
Yeah.
That's that 55 fucking AC, dude. 55 mph AC.
Dude, I really miss that old Chevy I had. You know, that yellow one I had back in the day?
I miss old blue, dude.
Oh, dude, old blue was nice.
Your old yellow one was a beaut, man.
Oh, man, that thing was, oh, God, old square body 71 Chevy.
Fuck yeah, it made me so fucking miss my blue. Ah.
That thing was a fucking tank. That was back when they made vehicles out of steel.
Yeah, yeah. Back when you got
fiberglass.
You got like 6 miles to the gallon.
Dude, it was so bad.
I drive that Chevy, bud. I drive it fucking from my house over to Johnny's, and I would need a tank of gas.
Right. Dude, what was bad is because it's fucking Wyoming, so it's cold as balls during the winter. I didn't have any heat in that Chevy.
Yeah.
I would actually have to pull over on the side of the road coming back from the sand yard to scrape my windshield like 2 or 3 times before I made it home because I couldn't see. Yeah. I'd be on the side of the fucking highway. scraping my fucking windshield. Then I'd get back in. Fucking chattering teeth and shit.
Dude, my dad threw like an old Indian blanket over the back of the seat, and he always had extra blankets behind the seat because they were bench seats.
Yeah.
He always had extra blankets behind the bench seat so we could cover ourselves up because it was so fucking cold.
Yep.
And the beer window never truly closed. The beer window would never latch shut.
For those of you who don't know what the beer window is, which means you probably had a, functioning family unit.
Yeah.
But it's that little window in the back of the truck that opens up this much.
Yep.
That's your beer window.
That is it. And back in the day, before electronic beer windows, you actually had to unlatch it and open it by hand, which sometimes sucked when you'd go off-roading a lot because dirt would get caught in there. So you'd have to smack it open.
Yep. The truck I got now is the first one I've ever had with an electronic beer window.
I don't have a beer window in mine. I wish I did.
No, you don't have a beer window? It's just one solid panel?
I guess Chevy just quit making them in 2007.
Man, I love my beer window. I use it.
Yeah, but you drive a Dodge.
I do drive a Dodge.
So, that's legit.
I had a guy at work the other day. I was out in my truck on break, smoking, watching TikTok. And this guy comes up to me, asks me for a light, and he's like, "Man, this is a nice truck. What is that, a 2018?" I'm like, "No, it's a 2009. He's like, yeah, but you got that Hemi. I'm like, yeah. He's like, man, that Hemi's nice. Dude, he emphasized the word Hemi every time he fucking said it. Like, man, I bet that Hemi fucking just runs. I'm like, yeah, it does real good, man.
Well, you know what? That's how you know how old that guy is, because he used to watch those old Hemi commercials.
Right? It's got
a Hemi.
It's got a Hemi. Like, yeah, it's nice. It'll go pretty fucking fast, and it'll haul pretty much anything I need to. It's like, oh yeah, no doubt, man. You got that 5.7 liter Hemi.
That thing got a Hemi?
Like, yeah, it does.
Who was that comedian that did that? He was in those commercials. He's so fucking funny. He's a redhead comedian. He's from North Carolina.
Right. No, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his fucking name, though, to save my life.
Completely just slipped my mind. Oh man, he's so fucking funny. And he was in Harold and Kumar. Oh, dude, he's so funny. I can't remember. He's from Hickory, North Carolina.
Yep.
Hickory. From Hickory. He told the best that dude told the best joke about houseboats.
Yeah, I think I remember his bit on houseboats a little bit.
Yeah, he explained how houseboats were invented. And he's like, it's just a bunch of rednecks who were like, I want to live on the river. The river. That's how he said it. The river. And the only way I can live on the river is if I get this your house to float. And you know how I can do that? Styrofoam coolers.
Yeah.
We're going to put this here house trailer on the river, and we're going to get it to float.
Dude, I wanted a houseboat so bad when I was a kid.
The hell is his damn name, dude? I totally forgot. And when I see it, I'm going to be so sad with myself that I didn't remember it. No, I don't care about Pete Davidson. The hell are you doing, Google? Calm your shit.
Yeah, Pete Davidson's all the rage right now.
Yeah, I don't care about him.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't he on SNL?
He used to be.
Yeah. Dude, okay, so his dad was one of the firefighters that died during 9/11.
Yeah.
And, okay.
John Reap.
Huh?
John Reap.
Okay, yeah. So I got to tell you this.
Yeah.
So like I said, Pete Davidson, his dad died. He was a firefighter that died during 9/11.
Yep.
So, respect to that.
Mm-hmm.
But he was on one of those celebrity roasts.
Yeah.
And you know how when people get on there, they don't just roast the guest of honor; they roast the other people up
Everybody,
there too.
of course, that's the best part of it.
And Jimmy Carr was on there, and if anybody knows anything about Jimmy Carr, that guy has no fucking chill.
No filter, no chill.
Dude, he is 100% fucking savage. He's
what Anthony Jeselnik wishes he could be.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he is just he's like one of my favorite insult comics of all fucking time because he just slaughters people.
He's Jeff Ross, professional.
He is. I mean, he's so fucking good.
He is. But, he's so brutal.
But he said, I guess some people were making some jokes about Pete Davidson and shit, and he goes, and I don't think it's nice to roast Pete Davidson or his father. Because, I mean, you're never going to be able to top the roast his father got back in 9/11. And I was like, oh!
Oh, my God!
Give me God! That's so fucking harsh. Dude, he did one joke the other day I saw, because I watch a lot of Jimmy Carr's stand-up. He cracks my shit up.
Yeah.
But he was talking about the age gap in relationships. And he goes, and you know what, sometimes it's okay, and sometimes, it just feels weird. Personally, I think there's too much of an age gap when you have to make the airplane noise to get your cock in her mouth.
Oh, Jesus.
I was like,
oh,
Jimmy.
It's so brutal.
Dude, and he was like, here comes the train into the tunnel.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jimmy Carr is a legend.
Dude, he is. He didn't start comedy until he was already in his 30s.
Damn.
Well, before that, oh yeah, he's fucking phenomenal. Before that, he actually used to be a
talk show host?
No, he used to be a PR rep.
No way.
Yeah, like he used to do advertisement and shit like that for an oil company.
Oh my God.
Like, that was his thing. And the guy didn't even lose his virginity until he was 26.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's bananas. Man, he's so brutal. He's definitely one of the most, I say Anthony Jeselnik is probably way up there in the brutality meter.
Oh, dude, I love his one-liners. They're so fucking vicious.
He is one of the very few people that can actually pull off the one-liner gig anymore. He's fucking vicious. And then, of course, Mitch Hedberg was a master at one-liners. He was funny. Rest in peace, Mitch Hedberg. He was one of the best. Stephen Wright, so fucking good at him, dude. But Stephen Wright wasn't vicious. He was just funny.
Yeah.
He was super funny. There's a lot of good one-liner kings out there that they're gone. I mean, even, I don't know. There's so many. They're fucking phenomenal, but it's a dying breed, I think.
It is.
There's not a lot of one-liners out there anymore that can really do it as well. I mean, even Anthony Jeselnik's not a one-liner, but he's a set-up punch-liner.
He is.
It's not a one-liner per se, but he's a quick set joke, punchline fast. He doesn't set up stories or anything like that. He doesn't ramble. He sets up very fast, real quick punches, and they're so good.
Dude, one of my favorite ones that he said was talking about his neighbor who has dementia and Alzheimer's.
Oh, okay.
It was like, and I have to tell this guy every day because he comes to my house every day, and I have to tell him every day that his wife is dead because he always is looking for his wife, and I have to tell him every day his wife is dead. But I enjoy doing it because seeing the smile on his face when I tell him that.
I like his deaf joke when he was like, he's like, my neighbor always tries to talk to me, but I can never understand what he's saying. And then one day I just got so sick of it. I had a bad day, and I finally told him, listen, pal, this is America. You need to learn how to speak English. And then my girl told me, you can't talk to deaf people like that. Like, oh my God.
Dude,
So
he had one
good.
where he said that. He was like, yeah, me and my cousin had a falling out. We don't really talk anymore because I slept with his girlfriend. But hopefully that'll blow over soon because I really want to go to his 10th birthday next week.
Oh, one of my favorites he said was, me and my brother used to make my dad so mad that he would finally get so sick of it that he would stand up and take his belt off, and we both knew there was nothing we could do to stop him from shooting heroin.
Yeah, I remember that one, dude. I love it because he says shit, and then the twist at the end of it is so fucking good. Like you don't expect it, and
yeah,
like he's got one that I've used. He's got one that I've used a few times where he goes, "My mom should have been on one of the planes during 9/11. I think."
He's a master of twisting a joke, dude. He's the best at it.
It's just so good.
He sets it up so well. Yeah, he's one of the greats in comedy. Nobody will top that dude for a long time.
No, I mean it's fucking beautiful.
He's created his own lane.
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody who can set up a joke like that and completely twist it like that, like he can. No, and I've watched comedies forever.
Oh yeah.
Old comedy, new comedy. There's nobody who can twist jokes like him. Like nobody does it. Nobody can do it as well, especially with the timing of the punchline. Nobody can do it like that.
Dude, did you see the one where he did it at a mosque, like in front of a bunch of Muslims at a mosque? He goes, "Do you know how to tell the difference between a regular Muslim and an extremist terrorist Muslim?" And they're like, "No," and he goes, "Yeah, that's the problem."
Oh my God.
I was like, "Oh."
Oh, he's so brutal.
Dude, he cracks my shit up, man. Like, and the thing is, if he would have tried to get started right now, they'd run him out on a rail.
100%. You know? He would never make it. He said one joke that was so fucking brutal. He's like, I was doing my family genealogy or whatever. You could do that family history thing where you look up your family.
Yeah.
And he's like, I found out some of my family were slave owners. And he's like, it disturbed me so much that I actually wouldn't talk to my brother anymore. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. Oh, jeez. You can't tell that joke nowadays. That joke is too far. It's too gone, man.
Yeah.
Too far.
Yeah, no.
Black Lives Matter would be all over him for that shit.
Oh. Dude, it'd be hard to get started right now in comedy. It really fucking would.
Yeah. Unless you're already established as that kind of a comic, I think it would really be hard.
Yeah. And even then, he's got people out there that have tried to cancel him. But the thing is, he's already gotten a following.
For sure. But I think Anthony Jeselnik is so low-key.
Yeah.
That trying to cancel him wouldn't mean shit because he's just too low-key. He don't give a fuck. He's never going to reply. He's never going to make a thing about it. He's like Tosh, like Daniel Tosh. Daniel Tosh is so low-key. He does this show, and then he just disappears. If you try to cancel him, he probably would never even hear about it. So it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
It's like Bill Burr. Dude, they tried to cancel Bill Burr 100 times.
Yeah, good fucking luck.
Dude, nobody cares. Dude, Bill Burr's biggest fan base is the black community.
Yeah.
And you know who's trying to cancel Bill Burr? White people. Black people love Bill Burr, man. He's so fucking funny. And he just rips on everybody. He's my favorite comedian of all time. Bill Burr is the GOAT. Nobody will ever surpass Bill Burr in my mind.
Dude, I love how angry he gets in his fucking comedy.
Dude, it's not even his comedy, bro. That's him.
Yeah, I know.
That's him. He is like that at all times. He is just 100% always on edge.
just he will rant and rave. I mean, I've seen him on fucking hundreds of late night TV shows, and that's his shtick, man. He goes on there, they bring something up. And
I loved it when he was on Jimmy Fallon talking about being in New York during Christmas time and how much he fucking hated it. He's like, I just fantasize about cutting that big ass fucking tree down and watching it fall on all the people.
Dude, he's the GOAT, bro. He's the best. Nobody will ever surpass him in greatness. Like, in my mind, in my opinion, to me, he is the GOAT. He is my favorite comedian of all time. I rewatch his fucking comedy specials like it's an addiction, dude. I fucking everything he says. He's so fucking funny, and he's one of the very few people where it's just like he's absolutely right,
dude. Yeah,
everything he says is like 100% true, man. Like, it's so real. That's why I like him, because he's real. He's just like, he says exactly what I think. Like, I fucking hate people. Exactly. I hate this. I hate that. Why are they still doing this? Why are they still doing that?
Right.
Man, you're saying shit that I didn't even know I agreed with, but I totally do. I get it. Oh, he's so fucking, and he has no boundaries. That's what I like about him.
No, dude, and like you said, he will make comedy stand up about the shit that you want to talk about, but you're afraid to talk about.
Yeah, like fat shaming and
dude, one of my favorites is when he was talking about, he's like they say motherhood's the hardest job. Is it? Is it the hardest job?
Is it?
No, I don't remember watching Deadliest Catch or Ice Road Truckers on Discovery Channel. And I mean,
that's so great. I'm so glad that you could talk about how motherhood is the hardest fucking job. Tell that to the guy who just died of black lung from mining. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
That's great. Yeah, Oprah says that. Oprah's not even a mother.
Dude, I mean, he just goes
he brings up this so real. He's like, yeah, motherhood is so hard because any job you could do in your pajamas has to be terrible. Oh, I had to bend over and put DVDs into the DVD player all day. Must be the worst job on the planet.
Right?
Dude, he is the GOAT, man. He is so fucking great.
He is. Fucking shout out.
I love that guy, man. Bill Burr, the fucking GOAT, dude. There's a lot of good comedians out there, but few and far in between can measure up to the Burr.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's fucking phenomenal.
It's not, if he just hated on people and was just a hater, that's one thing. But he's self-deprecating because he knows that he's not the shit. He knows that. And that's what I like about him. He picks on himself and other people. And to me, that's like, if you can equally balance that in your comedy, if you just go up on stage and say, I'm the fucking shit and everybody else sucks, that's just arrogance, man. You're attention seeking. He goes up there and he's like, yeah, I know I'm a fucking piece of shit. I know I got a lot to work on. I'm a fucking mess. But everybody else sucks too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude, I love it. Okay, another comedian that has some anger issues, Lewis Black.
Yeah, dude.
I swear that motherfucker's going to have a stroke on every show I watch.
Dude, he is a psycho, man.
He's like, motherfucker, son of a... I'm like, dude, are you okay? It's the fucking bastard corporate motherfuckers.
Yeah, and Lewis Black is extremely intelligent. That's the best part about his stand-up. He's like George Carlin. He is extremely intelligent, but he can wing it in a comedic way, which is very hard to do, I think. To be so intelligent and have so much knowledge about certain things and be able to wing it comedically. Like, that's a real gift, man.
Yeah.
Like, most comedians just talk about stupid shit. This is what happened to me yesterday, and this happened to me 3 days ago, which is funny. But to be able to talk about a subject that doesn't involve your life and to be able to wing it comedically, like politics, things like that, it's like, fuck yeah, dude, go for it.
Right.
Especially when you're so good at it that you don't fall on either side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Where you can't tell, is he left, is he right? Because he's making fun of everybody so fluently that it's like, I can't tell. Like, this guy is so good.
That's what I like.
He's making fun of the base. He's not making fun of this side or that side. He's making fun of the base, the line. It's like, damn.
Yeah, that's what I get a kick out of when I see them going on both sides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where Lewis Black and Carlin got me, was like, They weren't making fun of this guy or that guy. They're making fun of everybody in there. And it's like, it wasn't one specific person. It's everybody. Like, the fucking like George Carlin's whole politicians talk in a certain way, and this is how they talk. You know, like, dude, that's hilarious. Because he nailed it. He's so right. They have such a lawyerist talk to him where they never answer a question. They beat around the bush and say words that nobody understands.
Right. Dude, George Carlin was the GOAT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, George Carlin was the fucking bee's knees, man. That guy was the boss.
Right.
I listened to him when I was in the oil field, man. He had me cracking up so fucking much. That guy, this whole rant about people he'd like to kill. I'd like to throw this motherfucker in a porter potty and whack it with a fucking wrecking ball down a hill. I'd like to beat this guy to death with a broken golf club.
Dude, his shit was so good. He was so fucking funny.
Dude, he was awesome. Rest in peace, Carlin, man.
Dude, Richard Pryor was also a good one back in the day.
Dude, Richard Pryor was one of the elites, bro. That guy broke the fucking mold on everything.
Dude, he was so fucking funny.
Comedy, not even being a comedian at all, by any respect. I think that without him, comedy wouldn't be as where it is. I don't think anybody would push the envelope like he did. He was the Dave Chappelle of his time. Like, let me rephrase that. Dave Chappelle is the Pryor of our time.
Yeah.
Like, Dave Chappelle is he pushed the envelope on everything. Yeah, I think Dave Chappelle gave people enough confidence to understand, okay, we can push the envelope because Chappelle's doing it and he's successful. We can do it a little bit too. Like,
so apparently there was, because, you know, when Eddie Murphy did stand up, he did a lot of raw, edgy shit too.
Oh, fuck yeah, he did.
But I guess Bill Cosby called Eddie Murphy up and told him that he needs to not be so rough around the edges. He was
cursing.
Yeah.
You and can't shit like curse, that. But you can rape women.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and all that shit. And he was talking to Richard Pryor about it. And Richard Pryor said, "Are the people laughing?" Yeah. He goes, "All right. Next time Bill Cosby calls you and tells you that shit, you tell him he can suck my dick."
That's great, dude.
Oh, man.
Dude, Richard Pryor had he was a fucking innovator of the whole community of comedy.
Dude, I loved him, man. Like, he was funny as fuck.
Dude, Richard Pryor, still, if you watch his shit today, it's still hilarious. Even though it's not in our time zone, it's the 70s and 80s. Richard Pryor is still super funny.
Yeah, dude, he was still hilarious, man. Like, I watched a lot of his old shit on YouTube or when it would pop up on Netflix. I love it.
Yeah, dude, Richard Pryor was definitely one of the fucking goats, man. And Richard Pryor could just talk about anything and be funny. That's where I link him with Dave Chappelle. Because Pryor was a generation before me, but Chappelle was my generation.
Yeah.
And Chappelle is the same way, in my opinion. Chappelle could talk about anything, and people laugh. Because I'm
glad to see Dave Chappelle back in the stand-up gig. I'm glad to see him back, because he disappeared there for a while after the Chappelle show.
I'm not just glad to see Dave Chappelle back. I'm glad to see that Dave Chappelle is back and not giving a fuck what people think about what he says.
Yeah.
He is the most Richard Pryor-esque right now. He don't give a fuck, dude. He's talking about so much controversial shit. He don't give a fuck what people are thinking about him.
Yeah.
He's talking about shit that he shouldn't be, according to some people, white people, let's just make that clear. And he just don't give a fuck.
Dude, nobody is more offended about minority rights than white people.
Oh, I'm telling you, bud. I'm telling you. If it wasn't for white people, we wouldn't have any offenses like that.
Yeah, no, there is nobody more up in arms about civil unrest and stuff than a white liberal woman. I'm sorry, but that's true.
It's 100% true.
Like
lives are so hard. Swimming in
like, oh my God, we need a committee.
Mm-hmm. No, I 100% agree. White liberal women are the reason the world is at unrest right now.
Right. Like,
because they have to be offended, bro. Their husbands are making all the money, and they're at home doing nothing, bored as fuck. So they have to go up in arms to try to have a cause. You know, it's like Mosby's girl and How I Met Your Mother. She's rich and bored and needs a cause.
Zoe.
That's exactly it, dude.
I hated
Rich and bored and needs a cause. What's a better cause than fucking, sticking up for minorities who they secretly hate?
Yeah, like there was this one black comedian talking about that. He was like, with all this stuff going on with the black community, the thing I'm pissed off the most about is that there wasn't enough representation of my race in that last Jurassic Park movie.
What? You know what? There was no Native Americans in that movie, and I'm very offended by that.
Right? Yeah. Like, dear Lord, sit down, take a Zoloft, fucking calm your fucking ass.
Did I tell you my mom? I was so proud of my mom. I told her she did a good job. She was, of course, Kelly, old management at Come and Go by our house doesn't work there anymore.
Yeah.
So there's a whole new management system. And my mom went up there to get Winston. She smokes Winston Blacks now. That's her thing now.
Yeah.
And she calls me up a couple weeks ago, and she's like, she's like, they didn't have Winston Blacks at Come and Go. They didn't have them in stock, but they had like Marlboro Blacks and all of these other shit. And she's like, I straight up told them, this is bullshit. You are refusing to sell Winston Blacks to a Native American woman, and that's racism. And I was like, that's right, Mom. This is your time. Use that racist bullshit to your advantage.
Right.
I was like, use that race card, because it's going to help you right now. In today's day and age, you fucking use that race card all day.
No shit.
Because it's going to help
colonizer.
You right now. Yeah, that's right. Colonizer.
You fucking colonizer.
You white devil. I was like, hell yeah, dude. Use that shit, Mom. For viewers don't know, I have a Native American mother. I know it's hard to tell because I'm fucking white as balls, but yeah, my Native American mother can use her race card any goddamn time.
Oh no, but personally, if someone called me a colonizer, I think that's just a longer word for winner.
Colonizer? Are you English?
No, that's the thing. But because I'm white, they're like, "Oh, colonizer." I'm like, dude, my people were working on the railroad tracks right next to the blacks.
And the Chinese.
And the Chinese.
Oh, not only that, they were being treated worse than both races.
Like, I mean, Irish Roman Catholics were being murdered for being Roman Catholic.
And they were also treated worse than dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. In New York City, the Irish were less than dogs. They were the Jews, the African Americans, the Chinese. They were above dogs. The Irish were below dogs.
Yeah, nobody likes the Irish.
Nobody liked the Irish.
Nobody likes the Irish.
It pisses me off when people try to say, like, immediately, this is what I have against identity politics. Like, first of all, just because I have white skin does not mean I'm a fucking English. Yeah. I'm not English. I'm not of English descent. English were the guys who came here and settled. I'm not of English descent. My family came from Ireland and Scotland.
Yeah.
I'm not. Ireland and Scotland, as far as I know, they were the ones who were being the slaves to the English.
Yeah.
They were enslaved by the English. You ever seen fucking Braveheart?
Right? I mean,
did not have a good run at it. They were enslaved by white people, basically. Now, it wasn't technically slavery, but it was basically enslaved. You couldn't do anything without the Queen's permission.
The Irish, I mean, fuck. I mean, we weren't even allowed to speak Gaelic in our own country. That's our native language.
Yeah. Gaelic's a dead language now because of it.
Yeah, and we weren't allowed to speak. If you were caught speaking Gaelic in Ireland under English rule, they would kill you or beat you to death, man. I mean, just...
Yeah, there's a reason why Ireland finally separated from that shit. Because they were tired of being underneath the Queen's rule.
Right?
It's like, yeah, I don't blame you at all. And Scotland.
That's why they're still fighting in Ireland.
Still, there's still parts of it, and now Ireland has split.
Yeah,
because half of Ireland wants to get out, and half of Ireland doesn't. It's like, dude.
Yeah, you have people that are loyalists to England, which is the Protestant side of Ireland.
That's the Southern Irish, and the Northern Irish are different.
Yeah, the Protestants in Ireland are because when England first came over and started taking over, they treated the Protestants better because they adopted the religion of England.
Yep.
So if you were Irish Protestant, you were better off than if you were Irish Catholic.
Yep.
If
Or
you were
Irish
Irish
North.
Catholic, you were. I mean, you couldn't even own property.
Northern Ireland was like Irish Norse. They all believed in the Celtic way, which is basically Norse. It's the same shit, just a different name. It's all the same. That's where the Norse invaded. They invaded Northern Ireland. It's trickled down into there. Like the Irish had a saying, man. They said the only thing worse than death is the Norse. Because the Norse were scary motherfuckers. They came into Northern Ireland and just decimated shit.
Yep.
And that's where I'm from. I'm from the Northern Ireland. I mean, I had family. Literally, there's a town there called the Fitzgerald region. That's my family crest. That's it. The Fitzgeralds. That's where we're from. And I'm from, don't even remember. Somewhere in Northern Ireland. You called it like Freedom.
It used to be called Londonderry.
Yeah.
But now they call it Freederry because it's no longer under London English rule.
Yeah.
And so they call it Freederry. But it's actually just Derry. It's called Derry, Ireland. But
Derry. Yeah.
When the English took it over and everything like that, they called it Londonderry because they're cocksuckers.
Yeah. Well, you got to add a little bit of the English in there.
I'm telling you what, one of my favorite Irish ballads is an old IRA song called I Wish I Was Back Home in Derry. You should check it out, man. It's fucking, dude, it fucking hits.
Do you know where you descend from?
Where?
No, I'm asking.
Oh, if I know where I descend from in Ireland?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not sure.
You never done a fucking background?
From what I've heard from family, it was Northern Ireland.
Damn, dude. You got to do a fucking genealogy shit, man. Me and my wife deep dived into me. I came from Scotland. I was of Scottish royalty, the McCulloughs. They were of Scottish royalty at one point. And then the English came in and fucking decimated and took everything over. And my family said, fuck this, we're going to Ireland. So we dubbed off to Ireland, to Northern Ireland. And then after that, a few generations, we said, fuck this, we're going to America. After America settled.
A lot of people in this region where I live, like in the Ozarks, in the Ozark Hills, and even farther east into the Appalachians, especially in the Appalachians, is a thick Scotch-Irish.
Yeah. Dude, you know what's crazy? When I was at that concert, the Billy Bob Thornton concert, a young girl was the bartender. She couldn't have been more than 22. She's like, she said my first name correct, which is bizarre because that never happens.
No.
And I said, I asked her, I said, what did you just say? Because I gave her my card. And she's like, your name's Terrell. Terrell Osborne. And I was like, what did you just say? And she's like, oh, did I say it wrong? And I'm like, no. What did you just say? She's like, Terrell. And I was like, you're the fucking one of the first people who's ever said my name right. And she's like, are you Scottish? And I was like, how the fuck did you know that? She's like, Terrell's a Scottish name. And I was like, holy shit, girl. Like, you're fucking super smart. Like, yeah, I'm of Scottish descent. Like, I can't believe you fucking nailed that. Like, nobody ever says my first name right. Ever. They say Tyrell, they say a shit ton of different names. Never do they nail it. And she nailed it. And I was like, how do you know that? And she's like, I'm of Scottish descent. That's actually a very common Scottish name. And I was like, holy shit, you nailed it. Yeah, that's my name. Like, goddamn, girl. But in all reality, she opened my eyes. I didn't know Terrell was a Scottish name. Terrell is a very uncommon name.
Yeah.
But the fact that it comes from Scottish descent actually kind of makes sense. Because my grandfather, he's a Terrell. His name is Terrell.
Yeah.
But he's also like full-blown English.
Yeah, he is.
Which kind of shocks me. But, man, it's his name. His name is Terrell McCullough, which is a very Scottish name.
Yeah, it's not the kind of name you expect to see a full-blown native have.
But oddly enough, man, it comes from the Irish. I mean, we carried our McCullough name into Ireland.
That's like my cousin down in Oklahoma, who is wood and nickel native. I mean, like, he's what you think when you watch an old cowboy western film.
Right.
And his name's
McClintock. He's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, when the sun sets. Yeah. I mean, that's what this guy looks like. But his name is Randy Rutledge. And he'll tell you, he's like, hey, my name's Randy.
Hey, man, my name's Randy.
Dude, totally blew Michelle out of the fucking water because I was like, hey, you should go introduce yourself to that guy over there. She's like, all right. All right, Michelle's like, hey, I'm Randy Rutledge. How you doing?
He's got like fucking beads on his shit and whatnot.
Like turquoise and shit. Yeah. He's like, hey, Randy Rutledge. How you doing? I was like, it never gets old. Dude, I've also got
like, oh shit, hey, my name is Randy Rutledge.
Right? Yeah, but no, straight up, Randy Rutledge.
Hey, how you doing now? Come on now, come over here, boy. We whip your ass.
My family on the Rutledge side is so fucking like backwoods hillbilly.
Oh.
I mean, you got Randy Rutledge, but I've also got a cousin. No, I mean he's not a cousin. We're related, but I don't recall exactly how. Like, you know, cis aunt or some shit like that. It's,
Yeah.
you know, kind of bullshit. But his name is Billy Dilly. Like his last name's Dilly, and his first name's Billy. No, not Billy as in short for Robert.
Like, hey, my name's Billy Dilly.
Billy Dilly. And all I could think was, how much did he hate when those Bud Light commercials first came out?
Dilly Dilly.
Hey, Billy Dilly Dilly. And then you got all these backwoods motherfuckers, all these like redneck sons of bitches, and then you have these two old Italians in my family.
What?
I mean, jet black, slicked back hair, olive skin, talking about the times in Boston. You know, like real raspy voice. You know, like old, like just decrepit age. But they're like, I remember back in Boston, you know, and I mean, just like, it always threw me when I was a child. And Michelle was like, so are they like friends of the family? I go, no, they're family. But I go, I'm not fucking sure.
Distant, man.
But I'm pretty sure we're related to the Don. So,
Oh, dude. I'm the same way, man. We got mutts in our family. We got all kinds of shit.
All over the place.
We got fucking, I mean, basically just meth heads, but
yeah, I got some of those too.
My dad's side, we're pretty white, but on my mom's side, it's a huge blend. We got native.
Yeah, we're pretty white. We're not cooking meth in a trailer white, but
we are.
We're up there.
Oh no, I'm very cooking meth in the trailer white. Like beyond my immediate family, anything beyond, like I didn't have cousins who were friends. Like most families, oh, I'm friends with my cousins. No, all my cousins were children of meth heads who cooked meth in trailers. Yeah. Like that was my cousins, and my parents were like, "You're not going to hang out with your cousins." I'm like, yeah, I get that. I can tell.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, they come over with black eyes and shit at fucking 8 years old. I'm pretty sure their dad's doing something because he's beating the shit out of them. Yeah, I didn't have close family like most regular families. My close family was my immediate family.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, like, I've got some cousins that I like to hang out with, but I didn't grow up with them all the time. You know, I mean, I didn't live close to any of my family, really.
Yeah.
We lived out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
And I would see them on, like, holidays every like, couple years and shit like that. That was about it.
Yeah.
I'm actually closer to my cousins now as an adult.
I'm still not.
Well, I mean, you've met my cousins. Two of them, Evan and Caleb. I mean,
yeah, fucking dope people, man. Good guys.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, my cousin, little Gary, I haven't seen him since I was like 15.
Which is so funny, because I have a cousin they call Little Gary.
Dude, the crazy thing is, we have like so much similarities.
Yeah.
Like, our three favorite things, his three favorite things are Superman, Jameson whiskey, and cheesecake. I'm like, bruh!
You're like, that's so close to me. My 3 favorite things are chicken pot pie.
Right? I love chicken pot pie. It's my 3 favorite things. But I was like, dude. He was like, yeah, we should get together sometime and like just drink some Jameson whiskey and smoke on some cigars. I was like, oh!
That sounds like you're our kind of guy, dude.
We should!
That guy has like tons in common with both of us.
Dude, he's such a good guy. I love him to death. The only thing he made a miscalculation on is when he was like, man, you're really good with like talking and stuff. You should like do like motivational speaking. I was like, no.
No. I go the other way.
I go, yeah, maybe stand up. Like I could see me doing stand up, but if I talk to like a school full of kids and shit like that, like, so what'd you learn today, Timmy? I learned drugs really aren't that bad, and prison sounds kind of lit.
Right. Remember what I learned in DARE? Yeah, I forgot all that today.
Right?
Mr. Rutledge sounded like a total time fun, dude. He was awesome.
Yeah, so our guest speaker today was a guy who actually won the first prize in his DARE essay. Oh, did you learn a lot of things about why drugs and alcohol are bad? No, we learned that, like, you shotgun buds and snort coke, man, like.
It's quite the rush, and it's not going to totally ruin your life.
Right? Look at me, children! Top of the world!
I'm so successful. It doesn't even matter.
Right? I just start breaking down crying in the middle of a fucking, my life is miserable.
Do any of you have coke dealers? I could have their number.
That was the first time I sucked dick for coke.
And it wouldn't be the last.
Right? So a bunch of the guys at work the other day were just standing around bullshit, not doing a fucking thing. And I didn't really care. Honestly, I really didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Because we had all been working a shit ton of overtime, and they forced us in to work a Saturday shift when we didn't have enough work to justify doing that. So I didn't give a fuck that they weren't pulling their weight. So whatever.
Yeah.
But they're all just like grouped around talking. I just walk up, tell them I like basically cut him in the middle of them, like, so y'all talking about trannies, huh? Like,
trannies?
What? Like, oh, no? Y'all want to talk about trannies?
You sure?
Dude, and the thing is, man, I mean, some of these guys are kids. Some of these guys are close to my age, like 34 and shit. But they talk about their partying and stuff, and it just makes me sad. I was like, I don't know, man. Were we like the extreme version?
Dude, it's like that meme. It says, when you talk about shit you did in your late 20s, I did that in my early teens.
Yeah, no shit.
Like you lived life so lame. But at the same time, the shit that I hear from my parents and my grandparents, I feel like my midlife was lame.
Oh yeah, no, the stories that my dad tells or that my stepdad used to tell, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, dude, like my dad used to tell me stories, and I'm like, I'll never live up to that.
Yeah, no, not even close.
But the funny thing is the stories I'm gonna tell my son aren't what I lived.
Right.
I will never make that mistake. Ever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him horror stories about shit that happened, but I will never truly tell him how I lived, because I know my mentality with my dad. I tried to relive his memories.
Yeah. I might tell my kids the truth about how I lived when they're my age now.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. When they grow up.
When they're my age now and they're talking about shit, I'll be like, back when I was your age, me and your Uncle Cody.
We did some weird shit.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell my kids about the shit that I did because I don't want. I have that mentality, and I know my son might have that mentality.
Well, see, and the thing is, like, I didn't even realize until I was talking to you about it how much I emulated my stepfather.
Yeah.
Because I was telling you stories that my stepdad told me, and you're like, you did the same shit.
Yeah. Dude, it's like you weirdly want to relive their experience so you can bond with them. It's a weird thing, man. Because my stepdad used to tell me shit all the time. He'd be like, this one time I chokeslammed a guy. And then my whole goal in life after that would be to chokeslam somebody.
Yeah.
Like, that was my whole goal. I'm like,
right?
Like, at the time I thought this is a great goal. But now in hindsight, I'm like, man, that's not great for a kid to think.
I'm glad I didn't do that.
Like, I should not be thinking of these things. But I got to tell you, as a child, that never happened. But as an adult, it did happen. And as soon as it did happen, I called my dad and told him about it.
Right.
Because I was like, Dad, I totally chokeslammed this dude at the strip club. And he's like, really? I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, you should have seen it, dude. I explained the whole thing. I was so excited. Even as an adult, I was so excited to like, bond with him over it. Like, I totally did what you did. When you were my age, I did what you did. Like, you just want to connect with the ones that you idolize.
Well, see, that's like the thing. Like I told you about how that guy pulled that fucking knife out on my dad.
Yeah.
And my dad basically broke the guy's wrist and took the knife from him and was insulted and said, next time you pull a knife, make sure it's a real fucking knife and not a goddamn toothpick. And he was pissed. And I was like, holy fuck.
That's my dad.
And then you fast forward 15 fucking years into the future, and I don't even think about it. I did the same fucking thing with the sword.
Yeah.
When Justin pulled that sword out on us before we even knew him, I was like, what the fuck you gonna do with that piece of shit?
It's gonna break if it hits me. Shut the fuck up, Troy! It's a sword!
That was so great. You're like, but it's still gonna hurt.
Dude, you know what sucks? You know what sucks the worst, bro? I cannot tell these stories to other people.
Oh.
Nobody believes them.
No, they don't.
Dude, there's a reason I had to call you that day at work and ask you, what did kids used to do after we graduated with alcohol? Because
about the butt chugging?
Nobody believed
tampons?
Me.
Yeah.
Nobody believed me. They're like, that's bullshit. You're lying. That's not real. That never happened. I'm like, dude, yes, it did. Like, I swear to God, that's real. It happened. And they're like, no, that never happened. I was like, dude, okay, I'm going to call a buddy, and I'm not even going to say what happened, and he's going to tell you exactly what happened. Like, thank God you fucking have my back. Dude, nobody believes. If I told anybody these stories that we used to do when we were younger, nobody believes. Except for the people who were there, our buddies who know us. They believe them because they know us, and they witnessed it.
Yeah, and they've seen it.
Fucking stories, man. It makes me feel like a liar. Because I'm like, yeah, these do sound unbelievable that these really happened. These stories happen. But they did.
Dude, there are times where I'll do a back in my day thing with Emily.
Yeah.
And she's like, she'll ask me a show. She's like, Mom, is that real? And Michelle goes, yeah, actually it is. She's like, okay. I was like, what are you doing that for? What, you don't believe me? She goes, and Emily looks at me, she goes, well, some of your back in the day stories don't seem real.
Like, they are. They don't seem real. Even when I say them out loud, I'm like, man, that just sounds like shit. That sounds like bullshit. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. We dedicate ourselves to this, Sterling. You wouldn't know about that because you don't fucking show up.
Right. Shame on you, Sterling. Hope you enjoyed camping.
I hope you did. You dick.
Right?
We talked about masculinity, you homo. No homo.
For all of about 5 seconds.
I love you, Sterling. I'm just kidding.
But seriously, Ryan, I know you're still watching because you're one of the few people that watch this all the way to the fucking end.
If he does, though, I don't even know if he's real.
Right? You have an idea for your show, man. Dude, that virtual beer pong was fucking money.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
this is a super long podcast. Let's test our fucking number one fan, Ryan.
Right.
Ryan, if you're still watching, which we hope you are, before your comment,
type in, I love Two Drunk Bros. And that will let us know if you've watched the entire show.
Yep.
I love Two Drunk Bros. Then comment whatever you're going to comment. And that will let us know you're the true #1 fan. And I know
that's what's going to get you a free T-shirt.
That's right. And I know you are. I fucking know you are. And trust me, bud, those free T-shirts are coming down the pipeline, bud. We're going to do T-shirts, hats. I want to do hoodies. I want to do long sleeve T-shirts for the fall season.
Right.
You know, fall. You don't want to wear a hoodie, but you don't want to wear a sweater, you know?
Right, yeah. No, you want a long sleeve that you can roll the sleeves up.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, yeah. Right? I love Two Drunk Bros. And then your comment, that will let us know you're a real fan. Do it. Anybody else who's a real fan, do the same. If you've watched this all the way through, do the same. Free T-shirt coming your way.
Yep.
You just send us your information. We'll send you a free T-shirt. Bada bing, bada boom. When we get them made.
Yeah, we're working on it.
T-shirts are fucking expensive, but we're average Americans who make shit money.
Yeah, word. All right, everybody.
All right,
stay
guys.
drunk.
Hey, stay drunk, my friends. Let's keep doing this.
Except for you, Ryan. It's probably a school night by the time you watch this.
Don't drink, Ryan. It's bad for your health until you're 21 or 12.
Right.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in.